comes out the anus of a monkey. And
I
the
anus, the word
the
anus came out in 1 second, I think.
the anus of it comes out. They eat these beans and they shit it out, and it's
a goat.
No, I'm sure it's monkeys.
It's Kopi Luwak. That's what you're thinking of.
It's like ass beans.
Really?
It's like the way that they digest it, it removes like all the excess or something really efficiently, and then their digestive juices like add this extra punch that apparently someone thought would be great to drink. I don't know.
I swore it was a goat, and it was, my guess was just like the poo-poo. The caca makes it taste a certain way.
I'm sure I'm sure there's a goat version somewhere in the Middle East. That wouldn't surprise me.
Oh God, we don't know what they do to goats over there.
No, we do not.
It's more what they put into goats as opposed to what comes out of goats, I think, in the Middle East. But I do like that somewhat. The origins of food are so fucking weird. Someone at some point in the past had to sit there. They watched a monkey take a shit and they thought, yeah, you know what, that looks good.
I'm so hungry, I could eat that turd.
I want me some of that.
I want me some of that.
Who smokes like a bunch of plants like to get to weed? Because you know what? I'm just gonna inhale this fermented like weed stick.
Well, Jedi Brooks is joining us. Just FYI, he's just not
hypothetically.
He's just not here yet, but we can certainly get started if you want. I have slides.
So let's slide on into them then.
All right, slide right into that goat.
Yeah.
Here we go. Our top story today is about director. How do you say his last name? Andy Muschietti?
I always said it's Muschietti, but I could be wrong.
Muschietti.
Both are acceptable.
Well, he's been defending his movie, The Flash, which, as everyone knows in the chat and on the panel, is a beloved film that requires no defense at all.
The greatest superhero movie, or one of the greatest superhero movies ever made, according to the man now in charge of the DCU.
I think it was the greatest. It's my favorite.
Terrific film. But yes, he says he said he doesn't like the idea that people. He seems to think that people who don't like the movie haven't seen the film. Right? Is that the thrust of his comment?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like to shit talk about it who haven't seen things, and they like to jump on bandwagons. They don't really know people are angry for reasons that are unrelated to these things.
Didn't James Gunn say something similar when Superman was because it was just like it was stuttering at the box office, and then there was a lot of the reviews were so mixed. And am I misremembering this? I feel like Gunn said this about Superman as well. Oh, the people that don't like it haven't seen it yet. Because also like not Metacritic, the Rotten Tomatoes score I think was really off as well, like based on the box office numbers.
I remember he had to apologize to India because he made a joke. I mean, I love Indians.
No, I do remember James Gunn defending the box office, saying that anyone who's criticizing it doesn't understand how money works.
Huh?
Who is that?
Yeah,
I mean, this is from a man who, inadvertently admitted to someone in his studio committing tax fraud. So, like, I don't trust James Gunn to know what money means either, to be frank. But, yeah, I mean, he said the same thing with like Peacemaker. Like the people who didn't like the penultimate episode of the season were probably just racist. But pointing out that he portrayed a utopia as the one where the Nazis won. So someone is the racist, and I'm not sure it's the critics. But similar with Superman, you just don't watch, you don't understand it. Also, it's underperforming internationally because of anti-American sentiment. Yeah, etc. But the Flash chat, the quote is on the screen. I've just pulled that up because I wasn't watching our own stream because I'm professional. He says a lot of people did not see it. But you know how things are these days? People don't see things, but they like to talk shit about it, and they like to jump on bandwagons. They don't really know people are angry for reasons that are unrelated to these. Okay, so what were we all angry about The Flash that had nothing to do with The Flash? I'm trying to remember back to 2020, whatever the fuck.
Well, I say fine, the people who didn't see it, sure, you can say that too. But what about all the people like us who did see it, who thought it was shit?
It was only 2 years ago, 2023.
Was it there?
Yeah.
Christ, it's more recent than I thought. It was near the end of 2023 as well.
Oh God, it was again. It's like it was just shit from top to bottom. The CGI was just fucking some of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I
And
wish
what-
I had a fucking screen grab of the Henry Cavill Superman to throw up here. That's what I should have put.
Because it deserves to be put on.
It
the
does,
screen.
yeah.
So
Find it.
I'm reading more quotes from like the interview that this came from, and Muschietti, I don't know.
Machete.
He also, yeah, now that's too cool for him.
Musashi, I think it is.
Yeah. Hey, Brooks.
Hello.
The Flash failed, among other reasons, because it wasn't a movie that appealed to all four quadrants. When you spend $200 million making a movie, Warner Brothers wants to bring even your grandmother to it. So the four quadrants are males under 25, males over 25, females under 25, females over 25.
What about the they them?
So
I thought it was
it
kids.
appealed to no one, basically.
I thought kids was part of the. Wasn't kids part of the four quadrant?
Well, they're under 25s.
Well, I think that's the under over for both.
Oh, okay,
both
yeah.
categories.
So this superhero film did not appease to everyone, just like every other superhero film has done before.
I would like to hear what quadrants he thinks this did hit.
Yeah.
Old
And
women.
how many other superhero movies actually like focus that? Like go through all the popular ones and see whether or not they hit that same criteria. Just sounds like cope.
It reminds me of Zack Snyder saying like Rebel Moon got like 5 billion minutes watched.
Yeah,
And you would get,
bigger
like,
than Barbie.
Yeah, you get $5 billion at the box office. It's just bollocks.
Snyder.
$5 more billion.
He says that.
It's
Of
just
course, we had a publicity crisis with Ezra that is undeniable, and I'm not questioning that. But yeah, we love the movie, and actually, we really recommend it. Well, someone has to. Nobody who saw it does, but the people who made it, I guess they do. And yeah, you can't really deny or question to call it a publicity crisis might be an understatement, given that that was the story of the film, was fucking Ezra running around the world committing crimes in every continent and just kidnapping children and stealing booze and then getting arrested and beating up pregnant women. It's like there's publicity crisis, and then there's that.
Yeah, it was
And
way
yeah,
more
this
memorable than the
Williams
movie
film.
for sure.
It was.
Yeah,
This
100%.
fucking image, dude.
They
This is
thought this
crazy.
was acceptable. They thought they could stick to this in a movie.
I don't even remember where I said it, but that's Scorpion King tier. Like
Yes,
that
it
is
is.
Yeah.
legitimately unacceptable CGI by any standards. Put it back in the oven. What the fuck? Like it's just
For all of the shit I gave Justice League for the mustache situation, I forgive them.
honestly, that was so overblown. Like it's a little goofy, but like that's something that's not going to really like seriously affect the film. Even though this is like a frame, you're going to remember this more than you're going to remember the plot. Like it's just terrible.
Didn't they have
Well, this was-
Nicholas? Didn't they have Nicolas Cage fighting a giant spider?
Yeah.
They did, yeah. I think people made more of a big deal about this one because this came out like not long after the whole thing. Oh, I've been rehired by WB, and then I'm fired by WB, like in the span of like 2 weeks from Cavill. So I think this meant a lot more to people than the mustache, in all fairness.
Well, would you rather watch The Flash again or watch an extended version of like Ezra choking that lady at the grocery store? Or whatever?
Ezra choking that lady, that'd be far
I
more
would-
entertaining.
I want to see how that played out.
It was the most fun I had because, not to disagree with Mr. Muschietti, but I actually did watch the movie and I had some thoughts on this film, which is why the video is like 2.5 hours long. But the most fun part of making that was just going through the whole story of Ezra Miller. It was just, you could just, I did turn it into like he's his own superhero on the run from the law. He's the real life Flash. It's not his fault that the world hates him. That pregnant woman, she really had it coming, She was transphobic.
David,
was
we choked them.
What was the footage of him being arrested in Hawaii and the guy searching him and he's going, I'm transgender, I'm non-binary, I refuse to be searched by a man.
It's crazy.
And then like, yeah, I don't want to be searched by a man. I don't want to be searched by a man. I'm transgender, non-binary. Don't touch my penis. You touched my penis.
Oh, legacy.
God.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they have to like cut out a bunch of Ezra scenes? Like, wasn't there rumors that there was a whole lot of editing like right before this was set to premiere because of everything Ezra was doing? Like they were trying to clean up his image as well, behind the scenes so he could at least attend one of the premieres for the Flash.
Which he
for
did.
marketing.
He did attend one.
I know they did that with Amber Heard. I don't remember if they did that with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe they did that with Ezra. They
100%
postponed the
did it
movie.
with Aquaman. They 100% did it with Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they did. Yeah, that was confirmed, but I feel like there are rumors swirling for this one as well. And that's why kind of like some of the pacing and the editing was so choppy throughout this film. Not that it would save the script, but you know.
Didn't you? It's interesting how this film ended because it ended with the Flash meeting George Clooney's Batman, and that was it.
That
was
the
just
ultimate punishment of that Flash character. He ends
stuck
up
with
in
George
George Clooney's
Batman.
Batman's world.
Yeah.
And that run, what was that goofy CGI run that they went with?
Yeah.
So many things, so many aspects of this movie just didn't work. But like, you have to have an iconic run if you're the Flash. They couldn't even get that right.
Well, didn't the Eternals? They had a super speed character who actually looked not too bad.
That's the one good thing I've heard about the Eternals. There was a speedster that was written well, or at least executed well.
The powers were executed well. The character was, I wouldn't even call it that.
Yeah, because if you know anything from superhero shit or anime shit, speed just destroys stories if you don't fucking account for it properly.
The best use of super speed was definitely in Days of Future Past, though, with Quicksilver. That was fantastic.
It's definitely the most entertaining, but in terms of writing, I'd probably have to go to anime. Like,
yeah,
Naruto
Quicksilver always has to go away. That's the thing.
You know, it's actually a really cool part of the Justice League. A moment. That moment when Flash was running past Superman and Superman was fast enough to look at him, but not fast enough to actually keep up. Just displaying the difference in their speed. You need to stick to that though, because like that's awesome in isolation, but I'm sure you're not sticking to those rules the rest of the movie. So I don't know. I'm a real stickler for rules when it comes to superheroes. I just think it should be your Bible, you know? And they never get speedsters right.
I never liked that. I hated that they made Superman so powerful that he can even keep up with the Flash. I just think that's fucking ridiculous. It makes Flash kind of pointless.
I think what they pointed out in that scene is that he can barely keep up. And the fact
I know,
that
but even so, the fact that anyone can barely keep up with him is ridiculous.
Yeah, but the Flash is like, he can phase through walls and time travel. Like, he's quite OP in his own right. Well, you have Wonder Woman take a headbutt and he just slams her to the ground. And she goes, Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no.
She's so awful.
That's the best moment in Snyder's entire DC universe.
Oh my god.
Her inability to act.
Yeah, it's all in the same scene too. It's funny.
But like, I know we always talk about like Superman being dog shit, James Gunn one, but people are starting to look back at the Snyderverse like it's a good thing. It was a disaster from day one.
It was awful, but there were some ideas there at some point, I think, and they just all went terrifically wrong. And then the James Gunn movie just doesn't have any ideas, and it still went terrifically wrong. So, you know, faulty ambition versus faulty lack of ambition.
More to salvage there in terms of potential ideas that could have worked versus James Gunn's thing is just like, I don't know what I'd want to reset. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things in Snyderverse I could be like, you know what if we tweak this here and there? But with James Gunn, just delete the whole thing, like start from scratch, just scorched earth.
Yeah, the idea of putting in like a calorie count on Flash was a good idea.
Yeah, and then they just dropped it because that's
the
never went anywhere. The movie, right? He needs calories, so he has to go and steal candy, which is what he does in real life. And then you think, okay, that's a ticking clock mechanic, and there's a point later in the movie where he needs to be depowered, so that's an obvious thing to do. But no. Fuck it, we forgot we did that. He's just tired now. He's not running out of calories. I did get morbidly curious and just Googled what Ezra Miller is up to now, because you know he's the source of light and life and inspiration in all of our lives, and we want to see that he's doing well. There's an article. The first one that came up was Ezra Miller reveals the craziest thing they did for money. Well, this could be fucking interesting, couldn't it? Then it turns out the answer is just joining Hollywood, and I don't believe him. I do not believe that the worst thing Ezra Miller has done for money is Hollywood.
Well, it depends what the producers made him do.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not coming out with that one. Maybe that's under the umbrella term of Hollywood.
Yeah, we're looking for specifics.
A charming, up-to-date image of his public comeback, which I've now stuck in the private chat because it's funny. And he's looking really well, I think. You know, he's looking good. He's back on the rails. He's absolutely fine. Yeah, there's no source of potential mental instability left in poor old Ezra, I don't think.
Oh Jesus. Okay, I'll pull this picture up. Hang on.
Yeah.
My God.
God, he ages like a pear.
Yeah. Oh my
But, like,
goodness.
So, the older he gets, the more unstable he's obviously going to become. So it's only a matter of time before he
Oh,
runs
Jesus.
over people.
Wow.
What the fuck happened to him? Someone shit on his chest. Like he looks fucking terrible.
There's so much going on here. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
The
Yeah,
shirt,
so where
the
do you
shirt,
start, really?
the handkerchief.
This is what happens when you're left in the
Cross.
Clooneyverse.
The extra
Where-
piece of mustache you forgot to shave off or something.
Where
Like,
was this
what's that?
taken? What is this from? Like,
I don't know. It's an
Well-
article on People saying, where is Ezra Miller now? Inside their tentative return to Hollywood after multiple arrests.
I'm still playing that game, eh?
It's the Cannes Film Festival, apparently.
how is he so hairy that far up his chest?
Pretty gross, man.
Like,
By his
is that
neck.
possible? Like,
He just doesn't have the body type to get away with being that fucking hairy. He's not so big fucking like Chad. He's this skinny like. It just doesn't work. I just don't understand. It's not the right look, Ezra. I've seen you do better, dude.
he's probably. This looks like he's getting bent over by producers while he's in recovery. In all honesty, like, what is this? It's not a gay man. It's not a tranny. It's not a woman. It's definitely not a man. What is this?
He's going through some
What
shit.
are you? His last Flash was his last. I don't know why he's at this festival, because the Flash is the last thing he starred in.
They must be trying to roll him out to get him back in the, because he fits the check boxes, right? He's Jewish,
Right.
He's transgender, he's got mental health problems, which I guess appeals to what are we, Gen Alpha now? I don't know, the traumatized generation or whatever.
Anything that
Trying to
gets
find
50
him.
points, just add them all in the pile.
Yeah, he
Right.
doesn't even have anything upcoming. That
It's
I
sad
see.
'cause he's actually not a bad actor, which is the sad part. Like, I did like him in that movie We Need to Talk About Kevin, which
I think that is his next role, because what you're taking, the director of that has a new film in the works, and apparently he's going to be the main star of whatever that is. So he's got a role coming up.
okay.
But no, I agree. Like, back in the day, he could be quite a good actor, but he's also fucking mad, which is kind of done for him, unfortunately.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I think we all gave credit to that scene in The Flash near the end, the scene with his mother, and that
Yeah.
takes a lot of
Yeah.
chops, acting
Yep.
chops.
Yep.
That was good.
He wasn't
His
a
neck-
bad Flash. It's kind of the sad part. I did not mind him in the role whatsoever.
He just ran like a retard.
He
That-
did.
Yeah. That,
And-
yeah.
The next
just-
film should be We Need to Talk About Ezra, and it's just him getting cured in therapy.
Well, it's ironic because it seems like We Need to Talk About Kevin was just like, it was a premonition of what was to happen in Ezra Miller's life in real life.
Yeah.
You just,
Just-
put a. You
Sorry,
you just put an interesting question in my head now, Vex, because I actually never really thought about that. Who do you guys think is the best casted, like from best to worst, amongst the Justice League?
Henry
the-
Cavill
Henry
was the best
Cavill, I
cast.
guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one.
The worst is the Jewish bitch, Wonder Woman.
But
For
she can't
sure.
fucking act, but she's
She's
still a decent
not.
Wonder
She's
Woman.
great. She's a highlight of everything she's in. She's brilliant.
Honestly, I didn't think she was. She's not like. She's not
She looked
womanly
like the
looking enough.
character.
Nah, she doesn't have enough of a bust. She wasn't tall enough for it either. Like, I
Dude,
give
she
her-
wasn't tall enough. Isn't she like 6 feet tall?
She's lanky as fuck. That's the one thing
Yeah.
she's got locked on. She was hot and tall. I thought was the only requirement that you needed to be. But we prefer if she can act, but she's just missing that part. But I don't think she's the worst. Like
I
she's
think
the
Yeah,
worst.
I'm-
no.
for me, it's just every time I picture Wonder Woman, I picture Linda Carter. That's why, and she had everything going for her when she
Who was the
played
guy who
Wonder
played
Woman.
Cyborg then? He was terrible.
But you literally just pick a black
Oh.
dude. Like he doesn't. There's no requirements there for that one in terms of specific. Like if there's anything I'm missing with Cyborg.
And then he
but-
went on this fucking crusade, this woke crusade, basically.
Yeah.
Oh
Him
my
and John
God.
Big, they both shat on their careers and just complained about the fans and the backlash.
Right?
Blame
Did
him.
He
he?
should have waited. He should have waited to like Black Panther to do that. It was too early.
Yeah.
Wasn't the right time, Ray.
nobody really cared about Cyborg though, aside from because they didn't really give him much of a plot line to work with. I remember there being like oh gosh, which movie was it that they showed like his father building him or whatever? Was that Justice League?
It was
Yeah, it's
Justice
either
League, but the
the
Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut gave him a lot more flesh, but
did.
created
Yeah.
a lot more problems because of that. So
Right.
Ironically,
looking back at it, like it's weird how that works. Adding 2 more hours just pretty much created more problems in the movies.
because the Justice League cut, if I remember rightly, it has like he's got more of a growing friendship with Cyborg, I think, and then the Snyder Cut gets rid of that, but it keeps the payoff scenes for it, so it makes no sense. But then it does add in some stuff about his dad, but he's not a character like that. He's such a boring non-entity. I always forget he's in the movie.
The
So-
Snyder Cut also removed some of the best scenes that the Joss Cut had, like with Ben
Yeah.
Affleck and them like talking and acknowledging that he's the only one who's not a fucking superpowered person here. Like there's a lot that worked, and so Josh tried to add character and continuity pretty much. That's from what I remember.
And then the casting question. I mean, I think Batfleck could have been okay if he'd had a movie, and he didn't
And
have one of those. But then
Not heavily addicted to alcohol during the
also
shoots
would
that
have
were like
helped.
that.
Yeah, but then again, if you're on that shoot, you can understand why. And then what's his name as Alfred? He was pretty good. Jeremy
Jeremy
Irons,
Irons.
quite
There's
like
never-
him. Jason
never been a
Momoa as
bad
Aquaman,
Alfred.
also kind of he's charismatic. He's kind of fun. He looks the part. The casting was generally good for those movies. I think it was just everything else.
well, Cyborg wasn't even the Cyborg from the comics or the TV shows because he's actually full of personality and he's quite happy. And Ray Fisher kept refusing to say "booyah," which is his catchphrase.
He's
I'm
a
not
miserable
saying that.
prick. Yeah, he's a miserable prick. You're so right. He's supposed to be much more jovial and like it just wasn't the right tone. But everything with Snyder has to be dark, super dark. Like
Yeah, like he's got a tragic past,
bit
but he
much.
never lets it like bring him down. He's
Like-
he's the older brother of the Teen Titans.
Doesn't
And you
seem
don't
like-
want an older brother going "Ooh," every 5 seconds.
Yeah, he
It's
needs to
creepy.
be a pillar of strength. He can't be this whiny bitch that he was in those movies. You know,
Yep.
just didn't work.
Is it a
when
hot
everyone else
take
was uprooting.
to say that that Justice League is better than the Snyder Cut? Because I really
No.
think so.
It's not a
No,
hot take
there
at all.
are quite a few bits of it that are just objectively stronger. Like there is more humor. There is, but it kind of fits the tone, and it's
Mhm.
tied to character arcs which are not present in the Snyder Cut, even though it's longer.
How long is the Snyder Cut?
4 hours.
4 hours.
Well,
Oh,
two
Justice League because it's
two-
shorter.
extra,
Justice
not
League
even
is
that.
2.
It's 2 extra hours, and Snyder removed scenes that added character and continuity. So you get less in terms of like complexity and substance. And the stuff that he added would just is pretentious bullshit. The whole
Yeah, you get
If you-
rock music while they slowly walk upstairs for like 45 fucking seconds. It's really awesome.
yeah.
But
There was a bit as well, which I had to do in the Superman video, because I was sort of taking the piss out of how Green Lantern just has no imagination, because his attack in the Superman movie is just like a repeating set of like sweary finger animations. And so, well, that's kind of shit. But then again, remember in the Snyder Cut when at the beginning is like the sum total of his imagination is flying around and he uses a green laser beam and a giant hammer. And then I checked the footage. It's like, no, the hammer wasn't even in the he took that
Yeah, he
out.
made it
That was in Justice
Wow.
League,
He made it
and
worse.
not in the Snyder
He made
Cut.
it worse. He made it less creative. He made that fight scene even more fucking retarded. You have to look at the films, guys. He literally made almost every scene worse. The only changes that were improvement were, of subjectively the tone for some people. But even that you could be argued was fucked up. Like just making things darker rather than super bright like Josh
He just
did.
made it more consistent with Man of Steel and Batman versus
Pretty
Superman.
much.
Yeah.
The aesthetic improvement is what people praise, but if you look at the story, he added 2 hours of bullshit. The only
And-
actual substance was from Cyborg, and that just created all this created so many more problems because he has if you establish the amount of control that he had, then it destroys the plot of the film. What Josh did was made him so he was pretty much learning his powers and trying to figure things out. So he nerfed him to the degree. He nerfed
And
Flash
Joss
as
made
well.
Joss made Superman an actual hopeful Superman too.
Yep.
Like that opening scene, even though it's ridiculous because of the mustache,
Yeah.
it's
there
a
for a
great
reason.
scene because it's the actual hopeful Superman, unlike anything that Snyder touched on at all.
You
It's
could have
really
just kept the
important to have that
mustache.
scene. I agree.
You could have kept the mustache and went, "Oh, I need to shave." Just dead quick, throw away a line, rather than have his gums go up to his nose.
Well, no, I agree with I agree with both of you, but Cynic it is really important to have that scene if you're trying to establish his character and like reaffirm those values. But Snyder just didn't care about any of that shit. Just wanted to see the chaos. Black suit Superman burning everything down.
But it's like Rebel, if you see Snyder films like Rebel Moon, he has slow motion shots of people farming.
It's
Forgot about that.
Farming is
Epic.
already farming is boring as fuck, and he somehow made it longer and more boring.
one of the things I found out when I went through Rebel Moon for my video was his inability to achieve anything with slow-mo. Because when you're doing slow motion, you should get something out of it. 300 abuses slow-mo, but there's still a few scenes that are actually really effective where you're highlighting their battle tactics. You're getting character, like seeing which characters.
Or he declares war on Persia.
Yeah, even
This is Sparta. Yeah.
This is Sparta. That's one of the most dramatic moments because that is a key moment for the plot. The slow-mo actually had significance and you got something out of it. In Rebel Moon, it's nonsense. It makes the scenes make even less sense when you actually like look at what she's doing. I can't remember specifically, but I just remember that whole slow-mo fight scene's retarded. Wood is like blocking bullets inconsistently. It's just, yeah, Rebel Moon is a joke. I don't know what he was thinking with that.
He did give us the slow-mo flash sausage scene, so it's not all for nothing.
Or he's spinning babies by like the tiptoe and putting them in microwaves.
That's
Oh
enough flash, yeah.
gosh.
Fucking hell, man. Oh my god, Vex vagina. That is fucking hilarious.
Listen, Cynic
That
said
is
that the
funny.
roast beef sandwich was making him uncomfortable, so I
See-
just picked a different food.
How many pieces
Show
of
me the
food can I
image.
just ruin for the panel? That's Vex's goal. Like, how about I ruin peppers this week? Jesus.
But that
Christ.
wasn't
What
the worst
was the
one.
last one? Yeah, that wasn't the worst one. Exactly. What
Oh,
was
here.
the last
It's
one?
better than the
exactly?
sandwich. The sandwich.
It's butter.
Oh my god.
This was actually my Xbox profile pic for years, and then it got me like banned for 2 weeks because someone reported me.
my fucking god, dude.
Someone
Jesus
married this
Christ.
crazy lady, by the way. That's what I mentioned that. The
Yeah.
sandwich
Yeah.
lady.
Her husband is a bad case of I can fix her.
Oh shit! Shout out to Vex's husband. There we go. Holy shit! Oh fuck! I left the fridge open. What's that?
Oh, shit. Speaking of food. Well, in other news, even though I love shitting on Snyder, I love that we can just transport into a world of hate for him. But the Black Phone 2 came out this weekend. This was our other top story because it was the only real movie that came out. And I think Vex saw it because she had to. And I saw it as well because I had to.
No, you chose to. You chose to. Let's be
I
honest.
did. I chose to. I was a fan of the first movie. And really was not looking forward to a sequel though, because I thought it would be entirely unnecessary. Turns out it was entirely unnecessary. It debuted at the box office with over $25 million, which is somehow higher than the first movie, but it did bomb with a B cinema score, despite what the reviews say. The audience reception was not powerful for this at all. So I kind of agree with the audience because a B cinema score is more like a D. And that's pretty much what this movie is worth, is a D. It was one of those absolutely unnecessary horror sequels. They turn the grabber, who is this guy with the mask, he died in the first film. So what do? They turn him into a Freddy Krueger wannabe. He's basically caffeine-free Freddy. He is the Coke Zero of Freddy's. And
The Diet Coke of Freddy.
Yeah, the Diet Coke of Freddy's. And this guy is a notorious serial killer. And in this movie, you guys, he effectively kills 0 fucking people in the entire movie.
That sucks. Is there any other deaths, or is it just him
So-
following some guy?
No, you see, it's kind of like it tells his backstory. And so there are 3 murders that they're trying to find. It's like a murder mystery, not so mystery, because you know who the fucking killer is. And it was his first 3 victims. They're trying to find the bodies of the first 3 victims because them being gone and missing is what's giving him his power to do absolutely fuck all because he doesn't kill anybody in the movie. So that's what they're doing. They're running around trying to find the bodies of these victims. And they know from the very beginning that they are underwater somewhere in ice and they're standing on a fucking lake. So they're like, huh. And that's about it.
Those victims were like it was like 35 years ago or some shit like that. So those bodies wouldn't even be like, you'd be lucky if you found bones, in all honesty.
That's what they do find, to give it credit. They just find bones.
It's silly though. It's the fact that no one was able to put 2 and 2 together. Like, oh, this guy that was like a notorious serial killer who was just snatching up people and was in every newspaper. We couldn't connect the dots that he worked at our summer camp 30 years ago.
I know, because like the kids recognize, everyone knows who the grabber is by this point in the series, and including the new cast of supporting characters. So when the 2 lead kids see a picture of him on the wall of the camp where they're like looking for the bodies, they're like, oh, this is him. And then everyone looks at it and they're like, oh, Wild Bill. It was Wild Bill all along. Yeah, he was always fucking creepy. It's like, yeah, dude, you know why? Because he looks exactly like the fucking grabber that's in all the newspapers. Like, what are we doing here?
Right. Ethan Hawke doesn't even really have moments in this movie, because at least in the first one,
no, because he's retarded in this movie. So, you know, you can only do so much.
Right. It's just like putting his name on this poster feels disingenuous a little bit. The performances were good. Like, I'll give it that.
Yes.
It was nice to see those kids, but like what? Because like, I didn't like Black Phone 1, and then I rewatched it when you said that you were making a video on it, so I could like refresh myself. And I was like, why did I not like this movie originally? It's like it's I feel like it could have gone a step further, but like as far as Blumhouse releases go, it's probably the best thing Blumhouse has put out since Sinister, like the first Sinister. But like the great thing about that movie was like it was kind of like the exploration of boyhood and establishing your identity and like your own self-worth and self-confidence. And like Finney getting kidnapped by the grabber, it kind of forces that evolution in him, and he grows into he grows into the person he wants to be, which is kind of like it was his Mexican best friend. I can't remember his name, right?
Mexican friend.
His Mexican friend, right? So I was like, okay, like you've at least, like, even though it wasn't as scary, you've at least got that interesting undercurrent, and the fact that it plays off of like all of those kids, like actual real world missing children cases, like like one of the kids that goes missing, they do like basically a recreation how Johnny Gosh went missing, like with the dog and the newspapers and everything on the side of the road. But now here, there's nothing that's really given to any of these characters to push the story along. So like you mentioned it in your review, and I noted it too. It's like Finney is now a bully, and he's taken to substance abuse like his father did after his mother passed away. And the film does absolutely nothing with that. Finney doesn't
not at all.
He doesn't confront or even overcome like his trauma, and he's become what like he originally hated, because he was beat up right before the whole grabber incident happened. And then Gwen is just kind of like a whiny bitch for the entire movie. There's no, like, because there's no struggle, there's no stakes for either of these kids. The relationship doesn't work the same anymore. And it just kind of feels like we're going through the motions for half of the movie rather than establishing anything.
Wait. The villain's name is the Grabber?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the best name.
It's not.
Are you fucking kidding me? It might be the worst name I've ever heard. The Grabber?
Have you seen Liar Liar?
He grabs children.
I don't care what he grabs. It's a fucking horrible name. Absolutely horrible name. Like,
it's a bad name.
Yeah.
It's not.
They're
a good
really
name.
trying to make him into a horror icon. I made a joke in my video that, like, you know, if they hadn't made this movie, the first one was good enough where eventually there would be a cult following for it, and there would be, you know, he might get that horror icon status, and he might get a Call of Duty skin. But it turns out he already has a Fortnite skin. A guy who is a serial child killer has a Fortnite skin, you guys. The fuck?
It is.
Well, you never
what
know
it
what's
is.
gonna work, man. Like Art the Clown is slowly becoming iconic when I've only seen like one
Slowly? Nah, that dude is
No,
just
he's
taken
super
over.
iconic.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
everywhere now. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
It's
don't
like
know. Yeah, I don't know
three,
where.
isn't it 2 or 3 Terrifier movies?
Three going on
Or
4.
4 movies.
Are
Bro,
they good after the first one? I thought the
They're
first
pretty
one was okay.
fucked up, so it really depends on what you consider good.
I love
I have to
him
watch it.
personally.
I liked his performance in the first one, and I like the simplicity of it. But I'm like,
If you
this
like
isn't
the
really...
first one, they go really over the top with like magic and kind of supernatural stuff. Like Art the Clown is supernatural, and they're slowly uncovering that as we go into the
Building it.
fourth film. But as far as the kills go, which is really what you're watching these movies for, they get increasingly violent, like even more than the first, which was pretty fucked up.
I love those are my comfort movies. Like if I just need to put something on to watch, I put a Terrifier
A
movie on.
comfort movie is Terrifier. What the fuck, man?
I love Terrifier, man. I love it.
I love it
just-
when he cuts that chick in half with a saw from the pussy down.
Right.
That
it's
just
cool.
comforts me.
Right.
No, you have to
I
be in a
got-
particular mood for these
listen,
movies.
I've got so much Terrifier. I'm a Terrifier fango, right? But the fandom is a little bit weird. Like I went into Spirit Halloween a couple weeks ago with my husband. Bought things that I shouldn't have bought, but they've got like child Art the Clown like Halloween costumes.
What
and
the fuck?
I'm just like I'm trying to fit. Like I understand like wanting to introduce your children to spooky stuff if they like that, but like, why are you showing your children Terrifier?
No, a lot of families do that. They introduce their kids to horror young. They want them desensitized to it so you can watch them with them. I experienced the same. I saw Pinhead, aliens, everything you could possibly think of when I was a little kid. It was just on the screen.
I wouldn't show
They
them
didn't give a shit.
Terrifier though. Like the shit that goes down in Terrifier is not something even a child who likes horror should see. You know, there's just certain lines you shouldn't cross at a certain age. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's a good thing to desensitize children to, you know, women getting fucking cut down the middle, a dude getting chainsawed to the balls, and you know,
Yeah, he's not a misogynist or anything. He's an equal opportunity killer.
Dude,
That's for sure.
the misogyny thing was so absolutely retarded because, like, in the first movie alone, Art kills more men than he does women.
But he doesn't undress them and saw them from the vagina.
Yeah, but she had nice tits, so it was worth it.
Right?
Everyone has to be a misogynist. It's crazy, man. It's just what their criteria for misogyny is just frustrating to listen to.
Brooks, honestly, like these aren't great movies. Like like they're not phenomenal movies, but they're like they're just fun movies. Like they're cheap budget horror. Art the Clown is the most appealing part because he is just like so interesting and he's
doesn't work without him. Doesn't work without him for sure. Yeah.
Exactly. The second movie, like Damien Leone tries to build like an actual plot around the character, and it works in some regards, but the movie is really like 30 minutes way too long.
Oh, it's too long for sure.
Yeah. Terrifier 2 is trying to do too much, but then Terrifier 3, now that he's got like a little bit of budget behind him, and he's got people that are actually like know this project is a success, like he gets tighter with his writing, he gets tighter with his character work, the supernatural elements work. Like Terrifier 3 was such a fun movie to watch in theater. So they're not great films.
Crazy movie to see.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the theater was packed when I went. I'm like, we're all sick.
maybe, but yeah, it's Art the Clown is the real appeal of the Terrifier movies. Like the gore aside, it's just him on the screen. He's so entertaining. So
yeah, it doesn't work without his performance for sure. And you never know what's gonna catch on. Like I was watching the EFAP stream on Saturday, and they pointed out the dude from I Know What You Did Last Summer, the hook guy. Like, what a shitty ass weapon. They probably thought that was gonna be popular.
The fisherman.
The fisherman or whatever. And like
He's
I never really thought about I never really thought about how crap he is until you pointed it out. That is funny. Absolutely worthless idea that they probably thought would have been great.
I've seen all the movies as well. I mean, he's terrible in the first film, and he's worse in the remaining films. So, you know, he's got a good silhouette with the hook. It makes him look scary if you can't see him actually doing stuff. Because as soon as he starts doing stuff, then you have to laugh at him.
It's kind of like the grabber in this movie. Honestly, you cannot help but laugh at this fucking guy. Yes, the name is terrible.
I've never even seen the movie.
Right, the name's terrible, and then he's just absolutely atrocious at killing anybody. Because, like, there's this. So the concept is when Gwen, the girl who is kind of psychic, when she is asleep, he can appear, but he is invisible to everyone but her. so he can actually attack anyone as long as she is asleep. And he picks her up to go throw her in this fire, and like these two little pussy kids just rip her out of his arms. And he has this axe that he wields, but he never successfully actually chops anyone with it. Like he grazes people with it. But there are even disposable characters where you're like, oh yeah, they're for sure going to eat shit. And he can't even manage to kill them. It's really pathetic. It's
So he's not even good at grabbing people.
Yeah, he's not even good at fucking grabbing people. And that's his name.
I'm sorry, this sounds so terrible.
It's
Oh
not
my
a good
goodness.
movie.
It's really, yeah. If you liked Black Phone 1, don't watch Black Phone 2.
Indeed.
It really is just like, oh, this character was so popular, we have to make a second. Like it's the Sinister problem
Unnecessary.
all over again. Sinister 1 was great. And then like, oh, people actually like this movie, we need to make a second one. And it forgets why the first one was so good and why people liked it.
Conjuring, Insidious, Sinister, Saw. Like you can go through almost
So many.
every horror franchise you could think of. Most of them don't require a sequel, but they're making it because it's low budget and you can, make a profit off it. And you're probably gonna make double now that it's got a fan base.
Unless you're Mithrigan, in which case you spend like $200 million on a sequel nobody wanted, and you turn it into a weird fucking hybrid movie of shit.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it's
Is that what happened?
they did that with Megan, and they've done it with him now, making a sequel that was
Excuse you.
nothing like the original.
It's Mithrigan,
The
Cynic.
three,
How
excuse me.
fucking dare you, bro?
Are phones involved at all anymore? Yes, of course. There's a ringing black phone that's sitting in the middle of fucking nowhere in this movie because there needs to be a phone involved, or they can't call it black phone. And so the movie has some internal logic that it can't even stay steady with that, because Finn is the other character and he has some psychic abilities as well, not quite as powerful as his sister. And he can speak to ghosts, but he can't see them like they can't, like she can. She can also kind of see the future and into the past of some, things that her mother saw in the past. She's privy to that. But so he has his own abilities himself. But just for the sake of spooks and the sake of trying to scare you a little bit, the grabber, go ahead and laugh. It's the grabber, I know. But he calls up another guy just on a whim out of nowhere. And this guy doesn't have any powers either. Like, he doesn't have any powers or anything, but the grabber calls him up and talks to him on like a walkie-talkie thing, just because the movie wants to be able to scare you for this scene. So it ruins any internal logic. It destroys anything that Finn, that character, had for powers at all, because the grabber can just do whatever the fuck he wants whenever the plot deems it so. Just shit. And also at any time, so the grabber is aware that they are searching for these children, right? And he knows where they are. And apparently this bitch Gwen has fucking narcolepsy because she falls asleep all the time. Like, no matter what the circumstance, no matter how anxiety ridden and how much tension is there, she's just passed the fuck out. And so at any time he can kill any of these people because they can't fucking see him, and just stop them dead in his tracks, because his whole thing is, you guys are trying to take my power away and I have a right to defend it. So, you can't find these missing children because then I'll be fucked. Well, at any point in time in the movie, he can kill them, but he just decides not to. He doesn't decide to do anything about it until they start pulling the bodies out of the lake. And at that point, too, the plot's like, oh, shit, we need Gwen to fall asleep. So she just does while they're doing it. Like, while they're all standing around pulling the bodies out of the lake, she's like, just pass the fuck out.
He's not joking, by the way. Like, if anyone remembers the movie Rat Race, Rowan Atkins's character has narcolepsy, and he's just like,
Yeah.
That's why I put that clip in the video.
I saw that, yeah.
It's just like that.
I love Rat Race. That's such a fun movie.
Oh, it's but like, that's what Gwen does. So like, it's just Rowan Atkins's character, except it's a 16-year-old girl with an Ellen DeGeneres haircut.
Yeah, it's a bad haircut. To give the film some credit, though, they bring back the same cast from the first movie, and these child actors are probably some of the best I've seen in recent memory. They are absolutely fantastic. These kids are really good. And Ethan Hawke he does what he can with a script that completely fucking neuters him. So, I mean, it is what it is, though. It's not a good movie, but the acting's fucking great.
As long
How
as you're not
come,
as shit as the kid from Minecraft. He's like one of the first things that comes to mind when it comes to bad child actors.
Yeah.
That dude was
How
awful.
come Cinema Score do like a B and B means dog shit?
Well, it's because Cinema Score is asking people that are leaving the theater on opening day what they would grade it. So
Oh, so it's the most like hopeful people who have gone there.
exactly, yes, exactly. It's the most
people-
hopeful people, the most forgiving people, because they ran out of the theater and want to see it. And general audiences want to like things. They don't really understand when they don't like things either. That's kind of where our job comes in, is to explain,
Well-
like, this is why this movie sucked. This is why you didn't like it. You know?
Yeah. They can't break
Well,
down why they dislike things the way reviewers can. It's comes second nature to us because we do it for fucking work and like for hobbies even. But it's not just that they want to like things. It's like it's hard to even wrap your head around. It's either I liked it, I loved it, or it was okay. They can't break down why things were bad. They just
You know what
they
was
just remember how they
interesting?
felt about it.
I was having a conversation with like a physical therapist, and we were talking about his job and then talking about my job. And he was like, did you see the new Dune movie? And I was like, yeah. He's like, did you like it? And I was like, yeah, I thought it was, pretty decent. And he was like, what didn't you like about it? Was it the acting? Was it the special effects? And that's where he stopped asking questions.
Huh.
And I was like, wow, that is really, I know it's anecdotal, but I feel like you just spoke to about so many people all at once.
Because that's true. Most people don't think about the writing. It's something they experience when they're there, but they don't even remember why they like the movie in the first place.
Right.
That's why you can easily go to them, talk about some of their favorite movies, and probably explain to them why they like it. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, and it'll all hit and sink in. You don't really realize it until you go back, which most people don't do. I think it's different I'll speak for myself here. Every single thing I watch it hoping it's going to be good enough to rewatch, like every single time. And I judge writing harshly because like I want it to hold up on a rewatch. I want to be able to recommend it to other people. I don't want it to be like, oh fuck, I was drunk. The movie was actually terrible. You know what I mean? Like objectivity really, really matters when you're suggesting things, and then you can get the subjective element.
It's easy to identify what you don't like about the movie if it's like so glaringly obvious, like Gal Gadot's acting. Like that's something everyone can point to. But a mediocre movie is way more harder to tell people why you don't like it, because the flaws are not so obvious. Like it needed a tighter pacing. It needed a bit more emphasis on character growth. It needed these things you don't really think about when you go watching a movie.
But if you had a discussion, go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry, go on.
If you had a discussion about those elements with someone, it's not hard to connect the dots. It's like literally just holding their hand and connecting it to the door. It's not hard, but most people won't make that leap. They'll just watch it, remember how they felt about it in the moment, and probably never watch it again. And they'll recommend it based on how they felt about it, not actually what it is.
Yeah, well, they're not trying to break down a film. They're not actually trying to figure out why they like it. They just go, oh, I liked it.
Yeah.
That moment was good. That moment made me cry. That moment was funny.
We're willing to do that even with movies we like, knowing that I might come out of this conversation feeling less about this movie because I'm sure people are going to break down so many different elements about it. But you have to go into it with that, with that honesty. Either it's good or it's bad, like in terms of the writing quality, and how you feel about it remains the same. It's up to you. But why can't we talk about the objective writing quality, and then we can have a more meaningful discussion there? Because it just makes it so much more significant when it's almost disappointing when you realize that you and someone else like a movie, but you like it for completely different reasons. Like they don't even understand the subtext or the writing elements that made it work. They're just like, oh my god, just the visuals, his performance, all that shit is icing. You need cake. I need substance here. Like I don't get it. It's such a simple thing for me, but
I guess in the slight defense of normie audiences, I don't think they really pick up on it until you see like a remake of something, or they're a really big fan of an IP. Like I didn't particularly like I've always had like a really fond soft spot for like film, but like I didn't really harp on writing or character work until I saw Prometheus, because I liked the Alien films so much, and then I watched that and I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? What is this? This doesn't work fundamentally with anything else in the franchise, right? So I feel like just most audiences just haven't had that waking up moment if they were to have one,
Vex, you weren't here for this discussion because we've all discussed like it's the moment of awakening. You've all had one pretty much. It's you never know what it's gonna be. For me, I was just a humble welder, and then I watched TLJ, and like nothing was the same. I didn't understand how much I cared about characters. I didn't understand how much I cared about storytelling in general. And just seeing Luke, someone who was like a childhood hero of mine, just get pissed on and slowly be dragged through this horrendous movie for like 2 hours. I couldn't. It's the only time in my life I actually checked to make sure something wasn't a parody, knowing that like there's no way it is. But it's just everyone's gonna have that moment when you realize, okay, there's more to this than meets the eye, and I want to know why I like the things I do. And it's better to discuss writing so you can have an honest relationship with the media that you like. And then Game of Thrones happened, so that was just a double whammy that just fucked me up. I had The Last Jedi, and then I had season 8 of Game of Thrones back to back. I was just done.
We'll move on, otherwise we're gonna get bogged down.
Move on. But yeah, moments of awakening, we all have them.
In other box office news, Tron Ares has tanked. What a surprise. It didn't open very well, and then it dropped off the face of the earth. Took a 66% dive at the box office in its second weekend, falling from just 33 million, which was its opening. So
it is always bad when you get quite a big drop off of quite a low opening. You can understand a big drop off a really high opening, but I'm guessing this is quite bad for the movie.
Yeah, it fell from 33 million to 11. Yikes.
What was the budget?
Crusher.
It was like 200 million.
Ooh.
I believe I read today that it's looking at a $134 million loss for the studio.
Jesus.
Wow.
This movie was so bad that they've retired the Tron franchise from the big screen now. They've officially announced that.
Well, it
Think
ends
about that.
on a trilogy. Okay.
Right. But
That's okay.
so we're probably still gonna get like Tron animated series or like some shit on Disney Plus, but yeah, no more Tron movies thanks to this movie.
Vex, you're right. That's significant. How often do they come out like when the movie's still in theaters saying, all right, fuck it. This whole
Right. Not
I don't
even
think
2
I've ever
weeks
seen
in.
that. Yeah. Because The Rise of Skywalker was shit. That would be like Star Wars being like, all right, we're done. That'd be like Disney saying we're done with Star Wars, guys. Like enough. But they've kept radio silence for the last how many years it's been since The Rise of Skywalker? Like that's how you do it. Just don't let us know what card you're holding. But with this, like, oh my god, that's a colossal failure when they like have to admit it from the beginning.
But the movie before it was a failure as well. Tron Legacy didn't make that much money, and this is even worse.
Right.
So this is just it's a diminishing returns on a scale that we haven't really seen.
Yeah.
What was the budget for Tron Legacy out of curiosity?
I think it was like 130 million. I could be wrong. Let me
That sounds great. I'll have a look. Tron
because
Legacy.
Tron Legacy is one of those things that it probably didn't do well in the box.
170.
Okay, it didn't do well at the box office, but like people really started to love and appreciate it in the years following. So I feel like that kind of it kind of balanced out in the end, regardless.
Well, it's a similar story with the original Tron in that it was quite expensive and it didn't do very well at the box office. It made its budget back and a little bit extra, but it didn't do well enough for them to justify taking the extra expense to make another one for the next like 30 years. Legacy was similar. It made its budget back, and over time, both movies got a kind of a cult following, and that's what prompted them to revisit it for Ares. But there's nothing in Ares that can get a cult following. This movie is not going to improve with time. We're not going to be seeing people pining for Tron Ares sequel in 2050 because it's just shit.
Well, it sounds similar to like Blade Runner because the original Blade Runner didn't make it much money at the theater.
Yep.
And then the sequel made even a loss as well. But at least that had like positive word of mouth. This is dog shit.
It's, because popcorn buckets are a thing now. Like I just have like a burner Facebook account I use for Marketplace. And again, not even a week after this movie came out, everyone was just trying to sell their Tron popcorn buckets. And usually it's a few months like it takes for that. Like people still held on to their Romulus buckets and their Dune buckets for some time, but people were ready to hawk that shit within a week. Just crazy.
It is a shame. Like it is an interesting premise, and like both movies, the previous movies had an interesting premise, and you can do a huge amount with it, and they just didn't want to. There's no imagination or appreciation for what was built. I mean, the original movie is not very good as a movie, but it creates this interesting world. It's an interesting concept. and it pushes technology forward dramatically. And then Legacy comes, and it's not quite as groundbreaking, but it still takes an interest in its subject. It still, it tries to tell more of a story than the first movie did. And it's still a really interesting world. There's loads of stuff you could do with it. They've done it with, there's an animated, is it Tron Uprising, I think is the animated show, which I've only seen like a few minutes of. But there is a story that you can tell. There's loads of stories you can tell, which are set essentially in video game world with something as unique looking as Tron. But this movie's just like, well, what if we brought it into a city? Oh.
The only good thing we'll take away.
Yeah. There's 4 grids in that film, and we spend less than 10 minutes in any of them. It's just like, I think you might have missed the point of what Tron is and what's interesting about it.
Not just that, they nuke one of the grids, which is full of slaves. And they're all just going, woo!
After showing you that they're capable of redemption and feeling, then they nuke them to win.
And they celebrate.
Are you saying the Tron movie didn't hit all 4 quadrants?
Yeah.
Oh,
so clever.
But this has got to be the... Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
This has got to be the end of Jared Leto's career, or at the very least, he's got to take like a massive hiatus.
So let's see what he's got upcoming.
I mean, maybe he could do the Nicolas Cage thing and be in very low budget movies and try and earn your way back in like that. But he's been like...
He's gonna be Skeletor in the upcoming Masters of the Universe movie.
God.
Uh-oh. Can you
That's
imagine him doing the voice? That would be so funny.
Can you imagine the ego hit that this guy has taken in the last few years? Holy shit. Between this and being humiliated as Joker from Snyder.
Oh, yeah.
He's just getting hammered, man.
Remember the clip of him walking out to all the people, all 10 people that were watching Tron Ares?
Oh my God, you should pull that up. That's actually sad. That was like
painful.
I couldn't watch the whole thing. I skimmed through it, and I was
on.
like, I actually genuinely feel bad for this dude. Like, that's embarrassing. I would have peeked in and then just left. Like, I'm not walking in and saying hi to like 20 people.
Yeah, I would have asked my assistant to go in and check.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so he's not like he's Ezra Miller, and it's not like actually, yeah, he's done stuff in the past, hasn't he?
Well, he has a creepy cult, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, so he is Ezra Miller.
He's got a cult, and quite a few women have come out and accused him of, sexual assault and whatnot. So,
I mean, what's the point in having a cult if you can't do that? I would have thought they would understand that's what they were getting themselves in for.
Right, exactly.
I've not actually watched this. I'm just aware of it, so I'm ready.
Check out how many people are in this audience. This is like the opening, not just opening, like opening night. This is the opening.
Fair screening, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Eagle Death.
I said, are you ready? How you doing,
quiet.
San Francisco?
Here we go.
We had to come and say hello and say thank you so much for coming today. This is your very few people in the world have seen this movie.
Very few people are about to.
And thank you so much for being here tonight. This is Tron.
It does go on, but
just what's going through his head right now? Like, how do I get, this is probably like the longest 90 seconds of his life. Like, it's just how do you even handle this emotionally? Oh God.
You just make an excuse and leave. I've got diarrhea. I've got to go.
Yeah, just seriously, any shred of dignity I had left, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going in there. Like, it's just, why even do that to yourself and have this on the internet now? This makes him look even more foolish.
Because he got paid, so who cares if it's on the internet? He got bagged for this.
Well,
yeah,
that is that's always the answer, isn't it? Shit.
he got the bag. That's all that matters. All that matters.
Shameless.
That's funny, that though. You can just hear the pain inside him. Wow, there's very few people.
Are you ready?
People.
He said that. He said that as if the place was packed. You should have had someone peek in first, at least. Come on, dude.
Like it's a ring entrance. He's coming out of fireworks.
Yeah.
There's just not.
No one there.
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
that meme of the third place finish guy. Just like
Oh, when he's
celebrating, going
celebrating.
fucking crazy. Yeah.
Well, compare that to Robert Downey Jr.'s reveal as Doctor Doom. I don't even think that's a good idea, but he still got a reaction off that, right? Didn't he?
Mm.
He did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he was
Yeah.
smart enough to do it at Comic-Con,
Yes.
and like
Where you're gonna have
people.
fans, legit fans.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
this was
funny.
I still think this was a PR fuck up. I don't even if he got paid.
Did anyone see anything about this so far?
Oh,
The-
vaguely.
Oh,
I heard it
yeah.
mentioned.
It's the university, I think it's the University of Nottingham, as a course run. It's part of an English, I think it's part, well, it's kind of a cross subject course because apparently it also involves history as well as literature, even though it involves neither of these two things. Run by basically exactly the kind of person who you would expect. Saying, I think the course is called Decolonizing Tolkien and Other People. And yeah, it basically says that Tolkien minimizes Africans and the Lord of the Rings is racist against Africans because he says that dark things are evil. So, yep, big old self-report there.
Yeah,
Is
those
that
orcs with Cockney accents are black people.
like that can't be it? There's got to be a little bit more. It can't be that simplistic in terms of their argument. There's got to be something else that they're trying to like at least attach onto, like some misinterpretation or something. It
Hold
can't be as
on.
simply as the orcs are black. Like I
They-
refuse to believe that.
There was a panel of university executives or whatever that greenlit a course that is just all about Tolkien hates black people.
Kind of, well, so it's actually, strictly speaking, it's part of a history curriculum, not even an English literature one. But so the premise is, it's not just Tolkien, it's Tolkien et al. So it's Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, and other people that the creator of the course has decided made English mythology. And the argument, as is always the case with these people, is that because it's English mythology and it must therefore be kind of racist and exclusionary, and we have to decolonize it to make it available and accessible to everybody. So I mean, it will have probably more of a gloss. They'll go through other writers and point out the same things that they believe are racist, but the basic premise is just that, yeah, these are old English things, and old English things are racist.
Yeah, you can reinterpret it. You can reinterpret anything and call it racist pretty much nowadays. I just can't take it seriously.
The professor's name is Dr. Onyenka Nubia.
Yep, kind of. So as I said, just exactly the kind of person you would expect.
Yep.
Yeah, diverse, I think, female professor at University of Nottingham. I don't know much about the University of Nottingham. I'm assuming it's shit because it's not a university
Yep.
that I went to. So that's how it works.
They all suck.
Oh, okay. So it identifies racial issues not just in Lord of the Rings, but also in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
The Calormen, which the Calormen in C.S. Lewis's fantasy novel. Okay.
Students will explore issues of chivalry, nobility, and ethnicity in Arthurian legends. On top of that, students will be encouraged to decolonize these myths, reinterpreting some as fantasies and others as an exoticization of indigenous and foreign ethnic groups, gendered politics, cultural and religious otherness, and ancient, medieval, and early modern notions of chromatics. Whatever the
What
fuck
the
that
fuck
means.
does that mean?
The problem is that we used to like make fun of these pointless degrees, but then these people ended up getting hired by like Amazon. Remember the Tolkien Society?
Mhm.
And he just lied about everything. They just went, yeah, whatever, boss, whatever you pay me, I'll say it.
Yeah, there's no
Tolkien's
such thing
better.
as canon in Tolkien, says the guy who was paid to say that.
But that's the problem. These people they'll invent jobs for these fucking idiots
Yeah,
who are just activists. That's the problem.
it's always prioritized over real
Yeah.
work. It's crazy.
And I'll get paid a fortune to say shit.
And why is it always
Oh.
Tolkien? Pick on someone else.
Like because he's really
you know?
popular and
Yeah.
everyone's heard of
Yeah.
him, and so like
Yeah.
that will get people on the course because a lot of the people who sign up for this kind of thing will be incredibly shallow. They've seen the movies and they kind of like the movies, but they also want to get laid by their diverse female friends, and so they want to seem edgy.
They'll make a
So
choice.
they can combine like shallow, superficial enjoyment of a thing, and then they can go, well, actually, don't you know that Tolkien said that Sauron was a Dark Lord? And
The
this
blacks
is
reach
othering for the
Mordor.
blacks. Yeah.
Oh my god! You know what's crazy? You could probably find a film franchise where that fits the entire criteria that they're describing, but it's not the Lord of the Rings. But they need something that's popular enough, like you're saying, to get people's attention. So they have to fit it into this stupid racist box. It's so retarded, and it's just the easy counter of like, if you see an evil, dark goblin monster creature and you think black people, that's a you problem, bro. Like that's fucking what the hell? How do you? There's so much. They're fucking monsters. Like, what do you want?
Well, that's the thing. The Haradrim are all brown, so they'll say that. And it's not just that. The goblins, we've seen green goblins, pale white goblins, and like deep jet black, like orcs.
Yeah.
They're actually quite diverse. The evil people. They've got all colors. It's so stupid, the whole thing. And we said before, is these people will get a job at Amazon for Rings of Power season 5 or something.
This the professor that's running this program, it's a man, it turns out, not a woman.
What?
But he also is a contributor to the BBC and provided articles saying that medieval England, quote, had diverse populations and Africans that lived there, end quote, but ethnic chauvinism was evident in literature. And that's the tradition that persisted in the works of Tolkien and Lewis.
Oh, I remember there was an article by the BBC that said Africans in London were more susceptible to the Black Plague.
It wasn't just Africans, it was black women.
Black
So specifically, black women are more likely to die of the plague in London in plague times. And then, because I remember that article when it came out, and they were like, obviously, we have no actual data to back any of this up. So what we did was we just looked at their skull shape, and we concluded they were black. It's like, I'm old enough to remember when phrenology was racist, but I guess it's not anymore. You can actually look at a skull and say, well, that looks like a black person. So we'll go with that.
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Django. You can see the 3 dimples.
That's
like, how do they know? Again. How do they know black? Obviously, they don't know. It's a lie. But how did you conclude that the Black Plague is more racist than normal?
Well, the way they did it was that they looked at a couple of grave sites for plague victims, and they identified 3 who, because of the shape of their skulls, they said, well, they must be black. And because there were 3 of them and they were black, and then they kind of just guessed an overall black population, they said, therefore, it's overrepresentation because there weren't that many of them, but yeah, 3 of them were there. So therefore, it's not a study in any serious way. And then the BBC sort of looked at it and thought, well, that looks serious and rigorous and academic, so we'll publish it. And everyone mocked it because it's obvious bullshit. And yet here we are.
Half of Europe.
I know.
Well, this is the thing. These people in power look for academics to justify whatever bullshit they're pushing. So there's a massive market.
Make stuff up. So it's not. It's like it's a self-fulfilling the sort of demand-supply arrangement. We have like probably too great a demand, or had too great a demand for edgy sort of countercultural accusations of racism. What do we need? Well, we need more supply. Well, academics are the ones to go for that because they can just make stuff up all the time, and then they couch it in the language that most sensible people couldn't even begin to read because it makes no sense. And because nobody bothers reading it, they read the headline thought, and then that's all you need. You can just say, yeah, there were loads of black people in England in plague times, actually, and they died disproportionately. Trust us, bro.
You know what's so strange is that academics are becoming so shit, you're getting more informed from some guy on Twitter with a catgirl handle. That's way better at subjects than like people in universities. That's how fucked is this country?
You're familiar with TNG, right, Platoon? Like, to recall certain scenes?
Not massively, but passing.
Well, just one scene that stood out to me that I thought was just fantastic. It was, I think they were bringing like Abraham Lincoln back, or just someone from the past. And he saw one of the black girls in the ship, and she was sexy, and he was like, oh, what a beautiful negress. And then he looked around and like, was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like that, it was just basically something that was common in his times. And the point they're trying to make with the scene was that like they've gone so far past the point of racism that they don't even know the fuck he's saying, which should be the ideal view of the future. Like it's just racism is like a thing of the past. And they did it so effectively in Star Trek. And this was decades ago. There's
a whole South Park episode on that when they try and change the town flag because it's a bunch of white stick people lynching a black stick person. And the kids don't understand what's offensive about it. So Chef goes on a huge campaign trying to get it changed and pissing everybody off. And then at the end, they try and change the flag. And it's not like he said, do you really not see, the problem is white people lynching a black person? And I'm like, well, that's not how we saw it. And I think they changed the flag in the end to a bunch of rainbow people lynching each other. So they predicted the future by about 20 years.
There's so many different ways you can do it, man.
Well, Star Trek has reintroduced racism in Discovery with the all androids. Everyone calls them like fucking shitskins or whatever they call them. It's the weirdest thing. I don't get why they've done it. They've gone backwards with the liberal thing.
It's fucked up. And I only know this from the Red Letter Media video on Star Trek. I just know how passionate they are about Trek that I watched their video on it that time, and really passionate rant at the end from Mike, and just opened up my eyes. So like, yeah, it's definitely something I have to take in eventually and see why it's so beloved. And yeah, that point just always stuck with me. Of that's how you do it. Like explore racial topics, but just show it in a realistic way. Don't make people choose. Don't tell your students you can't fucking pass unless you admit Gandalf is a fucking racist. Gandalf hates black people, Susie. Like, or you're fucking. I just don't understand the thought process behind forcing this on people, students especially.
They get paid.
They get paid, and it's taxpayer funded directly to the university, and then it's also taxpayer funded indirectly because. I'm trying to think because obviously in this country, student loans are covered basically via the government. They're sourced privately, but the government guarantees them. And only like 30% of all people who go to university ever pay back all of their tuition. And disproportionately, the people who don't ever pay it all back are people who study courses like this. So it is taxpayer funded. We're paying the university lecturer's salary, but we're also paying for all the dumb fuck kids who are going to go and study this like they're going to get a job out of it. Which they're not. So it's great. Yeah, I don't really see why I should be bothering to do that, frankly. I don't really like paying for this kind of thing, so I'm just not gonna.
It's government-funded stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
This was thanks to Vex. I forgot about this. Sorry. But Drew Struzen died just the last week, and he created. I didn't even realize how many posters this man created, but they are almost all iconic.
Yeah,
oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Thing one definitely is iconic. That's one that you never forget.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
this He-Man.
too.
And Jared Leto is skeleton.
Skeletor.
Yeah, rip Mr. Struzen. Some very, very good work.
Yep.
But like, what is it? The rule in posters now? You use blue and orange because they have the highest contrast.
Oh.
And so, well, it's like you see, like Blade Runner's poster. Like a lot of the times, they all go for blue and orange because it catches the eye.
Can you think of a piece of media, like from games to movies, anything that you watched strictly from the poster? Like you remember specifically that's what got you?
No.
No? It's got to be some up there.
Oh,
No,
probably Star Wars when I was a kid. From when I was a little kid is when the special editions hit. So
Epic posters. Yeah, those are beautiful.
Those posters were amazing. Yeah.
Well, what
That
about
might be a good
box
answer.
art? Box art on a DVD, because that kind of counts. Or
Yeah,
a video.
anything artistic that caught your eye and it got you onto a piece of media.
Well, I like the Uncharted thing when he was jumping, and I bought the game because of that. I'd never seen any gameplay.
RoboCop 3. He was walking towards the camera, aiming his gun, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this guy's awesome."
Yeah, good art sticks with you, man. So yeah, rest in peace, Drew.
Yeah, like the Return of the Jedi, where you see the Vader outline.
Ooh,
Oh,
them
yeah.
fighting in the
Good.
background.
Even the first one, the Phantom Menace, where you see the shadow and it's Vader's shadow on Anakin.
Yes, that one was so good. I really like that one.
Oh yeah, that was
Super effective.
See, he has some
There's probably so many.
banger pieces of artwork, man.
There's probably so many that we're not thinking of that like really good setups.
Just how much work went into posters, and most people like either didn't see them or it's just how much they cared about the product.
Now it's just AI. Here you go. Just a command.
Didn't they make an AI intro for Secret Invasion?
Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. People were hating on that show, before there was even reasons to hate on that show, and it's one of the worst things Disney's ever done. So it's so layered. People remember hating it for the CGI or for the AI stupid slop intro they did, and then it actually started cooking and ruining one of the most beloved characters. Secret Invasion was just they fucked up every aspect of that show, including the intro. Like it's just crazy, man. That might make it the worst. Like I don't even think Ironheart had an intro that was like insulting.
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
Ironheart just had the weird title things across the screen each episode.
I actually didn't even mind those. I think that was probably one of the most creative things they did.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's actually some of them were creative. So.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that was because they were trying to tone it back and they actually went, let's try and change it up? Because the original premise was all about racism.
100%. The Ironheart version that we watched was them touching it up desperately over years, and it still came out trash.
Because how long it was finished in? Was it 23?
I think it was
Yeah,
2022. It was filmed.
Yeah.
So like it had been in post production for like 2 years, and like they were just trying to change the story
Desperately. But what do you do? Like, look at what they're working with.
and what we got.
Yeah.
Wait, how did we get on Ironheart? Hold on.
Talking about posters and intros.
Yeah. I just said Secret Invasion failed on every possible criteria, even the intro. And Ironheart, as shit as that show was, their intros were kind of clever in some degree. Like they weren't that bad. They weren't offensive, and especially they weren't AI as well. So yeah, it's just interesting how you can just fuck up every element of a story.
When was the period? You remember trailers? They used to have that narrator guy. And they go, in a world.
Oh, the 90s.
Someone's here.
90s.
The
Yeah.
90s.
That's
a
an
world.
ancient thing. That's a
When did
legit
that
ancient
transition? Like, was it like 2000s or like late 90s? Or
In the 2000s, it started
No,
transitioning out of
yeah.
it.
late 90s for sure. I don't think it was
No.
even earlier than the 2000s.
You know, you still had some of them in the 2000s. It was usually like comedy movies. Like I remember, I think it was like one of the Scary Movies or something. One of their commercials had it. There were still
when
a
it
few
became
movies.
a meme.
Yeah.
Okay, definitive 90 movie like Rush Hour and like The Matrix. Those definitely came out 98, 97, something like that, right? Did those have it?
Not sure.
In a world. Like why is it we only remember that one line? It was so iconic, but yet it's so iconic, yet I can only remember the first part.
Didn't Tropic Thunder use it? It was again for a comedic shtick, but I feel like Tropic Thunder used it in their marketing as well.
Yeah, he goes like, with the Scorcher movie, he goes, who would believe that he would have to save the world 5 more times and the Scorcher 1 to 6?
I miss the trailer narrator. At least it added some spice to things, right? I don't slightly off topic, but like I watched a bunch of movie trailers over the last week, and I'm starting to notice that every movie is using the exact same font now. It doesn't even matter what the movie is; they're all just using the best. It's the Echo Chamberlain font. It's whatever font Echo Chamberlain uses on his thumbnails.
That's my font. I use that
Platoon's
font.
So it's Platoon's font.
I
Platoon's
used it
font
first.
is on every movie poster now. I'm just like, oh, this makes me miss Drew Struzen a little bit more because like they're not even trying anymore with it. Like you can just make these in Canva at this point.
I'm very, very bitter that 28 years later's trailer lied to us because that movie had me so fucking hyped, and I'm done. I've been done with trailers for years now, but that one got me back. Like this could be the one.
It got all of us. It got all of us.
Shit.
You know what? As much as I hate 28 years later, that first part, I'm still gonna give it props for that trailer because at least it gave me faith that people know how to edit trailers. Still, there's people out there in the industry right now.
That is a perfect trailer. Might be one of the best ever.
But like, I suppose that's correct. But how could you make a good trailer out of Predator Badlands where the teeth are like moving, going?
I would say don't put the Predator talking in the trailer.
You know what? I think you could work with the imagery that they showed. They showed that the budget is a little bit bigger than people were expecting. All they had to do was just be very conservative with what they showed and just keep it like mysterious and spooky and like even reveal the Predator at the end. Like you don't need to have him be the forefront of the entire thing. I think there's a lot of things they could have played around.
You know,
just like people said Alien Earth would have been better without the xenomorph. Something like that. Like be sparing.
Well, would people think you're a liar because you cut out all the horrible things in Badlands, like the android and the predator, and it's just like the back of his head. That's all the trailer is.
Did you guys see the new poster that went up on, was it Sunset Boulevard or something? They have that giant like poster that overlooks the highway, right? The billboard. There's no predator in the poster that's up there. It's the
What's on
giant.
it?
It's that giant tentacle monster with all of the teeth. It's split into two, right? So you have the giant tentacle monster's mouth on one hand, you have his tentacles on the other side, and in the middle, which it literally looks like just like a skid mark, basically, is the predator jumping in between the pieces of the monster. But
Oh,
you can't even tell it's a predator. I'm baffled at how are you gonna make a predator movie and not even put the predator on the marketing?
I mean, considering how the predator looks, you can barely tell it's a predator movie.
That's fair. I guess maybe that's why they realized it too.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to the trailer, you could be very like mysterious with it, but if you're talking about a poster, come on, it's a fucking Predator. Like people need to know it's a Predator movie.
From looking at the trailer, though, it doesn't look like you can even be sneaky with it because the Predator is the main character. So
It looks cringe. Hopefully she doesn't completely take over, because it looks like she saves him from a fucking dinosaur, like jumping at it with half a body.
on a side note,
That'll look hilarious.
did you guys see a recent red carpet picture of Elle Fanning?
No.
That girl's got fucking cake, and they cut off the wrong half of her for the movie. Just saying.
What was your thoughts on Prey? Just as a whole.
I fucking hated Prey. It was garbage. It was it was a great idea, right? But it wasn't Predator. It doesn't take anything that
Holy
Predator
shit.
was known for.
You weren't lying.
Right. She got cake.
God damn.
Pull it up.
I need to find a clearer image, but just
5 minutes and some tissue boxes.
Better question, Vex, because yes, I agree. It was fucking shit, and Naru is like one of the most horrible Disney characters that people just forgot to roast for some reason. But the Predator scenes were fun, which we haven't had in years, man. Him fighting the bear, him fucking up the Frenchman, like those were actually shot really, really well. There's parts in Prey that were just I would rewatch just on YouTube, but the movie itself is trash.
He at least looked intimidating.
Yes.
Like he actually looked quite tough.
Yeah. The idea of him watching an ant get eaten by a rodent, then the rodent eaten by a snake, and then challenging the snake, and the same thing with the wolf, going through the hierarchy. There's a lot they could have done with it, man.
Woo! Look at that cake!
Woo! It's a cannon at this point, man. Come on now.
It's a cannon.
That's why they cut off her lower half. Otherwise, it would be Predator Asslands.
This is the chick?
This is Elle Fanning, yeah.
Why would they remove that from the movie? That'll double your fucking profit right there. What would you do? Just talk to the. Are we trying to make money, people? What the fuck are you doing? Why would you move that fucking cannon? You had a cannon and a predator. Like, there's a lot you could do with that. That's just stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn.
The fuck are you doing?
Jesus. What are we doing? Yeah, it's a good question. What are we doing?
Stupid. Yeah.
Crazy.
God damn it, man.
Yeah, I like the idea of Prey because like we all have had like that kind of fan fiction idea of, oh, what if a predator was here or a predator was in this era or whatever. So like the idea isn't bad. The execution is just terrible. Dan Trachtenberg just doesn't understand at all what made Predator so iconic and beloved, even through the shittier of the movies that came right before that. I wasn't a huge fan of Jeremy Predator.
It's Jeremy, the retarded Predator.
Yeah.
Just to say, like, I'm with you on the story being crap horrendously. It just the way it all played out, the disrespect to the brother, the lack of characterization compared to the original Predator film. Like, he didn't understand what made the Predator film work, but he still had a respect to the Predator creature in terms of like having a young blood be there. Like, I like the distinction of this Predator. He's correct me if I'm wrong. He's an unblooded, so he's like a noob basically.
That's not a new concept though at all. Like he just took
in movies, isn't it?
It's in all of the Predator, like basically every Predator comic arc. There's a
yeah,
Yeah.
but I
young
just,
blood unblooded.
All the
yeah, but I
lore.
said movies though. I'm talking about movies.
Well, if we're
I
going
gotta-
by the
You are a
AVP movies-
hardcore Predator fan, but you got to keep that in mind. Most people have seen the first one and like that's it.
Okay, if for AVP isn't canon, but AVP deals with unblooded, it's alluded to or implied that the one in Predator 2 is also unblooded.
Okay, maybe.
Oh, is that why
maybe
he
they've
has
milked
all
this a
the
bit.
little like things on his?
Right.
He looks like a younger Predator anyway.
He looks more immature, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
more immature.
That's
yeah.
that's being not kind. Like, fucking,
right.
holy
So
crap.
it's not that new of an idea, but I just
Okay, fair enough.
Dan, like I watched an interview of him talking about Killer of Killers,
You
and
got
like
it,
and he referred to like the like he basically referred to like the conflict between predators and humans as peanut butter and jelly.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's
The
like
fuck?
he used peanut butter and chocolate, sorry, like a Reese's cup. And I'm just like, bro, what? And not only
That's
that,
even
but
more confusing.
yeah,
I'm not following.
every idea he has stems from one single scene in Predator 2, which makes it infinitely worse. And in the 2 movies that he's done now, he's retconned that same idea twice.
Ugh.
So it doesn't make any
Ugh.
sense.
The 2 most iconic aliens ever, and they just can't figure out how to put them in the same goddamn film. It's just a shame. But,
Well, the great.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say the great thing about the Predator is that depending on who his enemies are, his technological capabilities are different.
Yes.
Like if he's going to fight Comanche, which if you knew about the real Comanche, they wouldn't have people like Naru.
Exactly.
They were a bunch of savage raiders that used to kill every
Exactly.
child.
The worst
but
of the worst. Yeah.
But we get Naru and her magic axe and her stupid plot armor dog instead. And she doesn't give a shit about her brother who sacrificed himself for her. Brought her back from getting attacked by a fucking tiger or something.
She lets that
And she
dude
doesn't even
die to
care.
a tiger.
Yeah,
Like-
she doesn't give a fuck. Like Naru is like she's a monster. She's actually like a horrible, horrible, horrible person. But the movie just treats her like she's just this altruistic Disney princess, and then she 1v1's the Predator.
3 Comanche warriors couldn't take on the Predator, but Mud could. Mud.
with this, I think Prey might be one of my favorite examples of it's fucking shit. I hate it. But man, it's fun watching the Predator fuck up those Frenchmen. I can't lie. Like it's just a fun scene, man.
Yeah,
I'd watch that shit right now.
But that flower though is like
The
we're gonna
music.
give this person flower that'll make him as cold as a corpse.
See now you're bringing
and
me
it
back
works
to
in
the right.
seconds. It works in seconds too, was the best part. No digestion needed whatsoever.
It
Why would
might be
anyone-
one of the best.
Like, the difference is mud just disguises your heat. You haven't gone sub-zero.
Yeah.
If that plant lowers your body temperature that low, you'd be dead.
Fucking at least like it's dumb. It's them trying to replicate the mud, but in a more effective utility version of it, where you can just do it on the go. It's nonsense. Why not try figure something out or right around that? You know,
Jump in the river.
Yeah, like even Arnie with the mud, like there's a lot of people that probably that scene didn't work on, right? But you can understand the idea behind it and just establishing the tech. Like that's probably my favorite shot of the Predator when it's looking around.
Apparently,
to see
that
if
is
it's there.
realistic. Mud does help you hide from heat vision.
Istaphobos sent me another cake picture. I put it in our Discord if you want to pull it up there.
Just a sec, sure. Keep talking amongst you. Oh, Jesus.
Fanning.
Damn.
Ellie Fanning's Fanny. Like, jeez.
And they cut it off.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. The best part of her, they cut out of the movie.
That's such a strange decision, just creatively. But that seems to be the norm. Like Madam Web, didn't they strike? What the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck is that, man? It's the proportion. Like having a dunk that thick when you have like that slim of a body. That's good. That's just genes. Genes or
Yeah,
fitness.
she's
I don't know which
squatting.
one.
You can see it's lifted and pronounced a little bit. She's squatting.
Yeah, she's in the gym working on one thing. Glute.
Right.
That is a difficult thing to attain. Having that type of structure.
Well,
but yeah,
it doesn't look like she got big tits, so you got to work in what you got.
you gotta.
It's
But that's the
one
thing
or
about
the other,
ass. You can
man.
actually develop them. Imagine you could just do
Right.
some fucking squats and get. You suddenly have like go from an A cup to a D.
Right. You can't do tit squats, but you can
Yeah.
do glutes.
Yeah.
So she's
mhm.
working
there's-
something.
So there's no excuse for having a shitty ass, ladies. Just none.
Gauntlet thrown.
None.
Body shaving with Jedi Brooks.
Get to work.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Well, in other news, besides that ass, Stranger Things series finale will be 2 hours long. And I'll also explain what the Upside Down is.
Well,
This
is that a
finally
good
coming out.
idea?
I'm not
Isn't that like-
convinced it's a good idea.
Isn't that like explaining the Force?
I don't even watch I haven't even seen the show past this first season, and even I know that's probably a terrible idea. Like leave some form of mystery.
Isn't every episode over an hour? Like an hour
I think
to an
they're
hour and a
all
half?
basically like feature length, aren't they? Every single one is dropping 3-episode chunks, I think. So like the first chunk of 3 is in some point in December, the second chunk's on Christmas Day, and then the last 3 are in some other time. I don't even know.
Why does Netflix do that? Like they did that with Karate Kid. Instead of just doing week by week, they just release them in blocks. And I think it's the worst of everything because people seem to forget when part 2 comes out.
That's a good question. I didn't think about that. I don't know.
Then it probably helps them in ratings and things like Nielsen if they can say, look, for the holiday period, we had the top ranking show across basically the entire month because we released them in batches and they're counting 3 episodes together. Otherwise,
So
I guess it could mirror the act structure. I don't know. I don't know why they do it.
So every quarter they release one and it goes up.
Yeah,
Money goes. Oh, so it's a scam.
I would assume so.
Does anyone actually on the panel actually watch Stranger Things still?
No.
I will be seeing it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it all the way through up until this point, so I might as well finish it. But it's like the buzz died years ago. Season 1 is pretty good, I'd say, for the most part. Season 2, there's a lot of stuff in Season 2 I really like, and there's a lot of stuff in Season 2 that I don't particularly like, and then the rest of it is just a repeat of Season 1. Season 3 is fucking awful, like really, really terrible. And then Season 4 sort of pulled it back to the point where I'm kind of interested to see how they wrap it up. But mostly because it'll just be funny watching like 40-year-old children running around on bicycles.
That's pretty much what the show is mostly known for. That's what keeps it in the mainstream.
Oh,
just
yeah.
laughing at the fucking casting. Like what a fuck up. I can't even think of one that's similar to this in terms of just mistiming your casting.
Right. These are all of the TV shows that have come and gone since Stranger Things started.
This list is irrelevant because Mindhunter isn't on it.
Well, Squid Game, is that all 3 seasons?
Yes. So this is supposed to be all of the shows that started after Stranger Things and have already ended before Stranger Things.
Cobra Kai.
The most damning one's got to be Star Trek Discovery because that feels like it was on forever, and it started and finished between Stranger Things seasons. So yeah, it's taken them a long time.
Andor, Arcane, it's just damn.
When was the first season of Stranger Things actually?
Good question.
A million years ago, it feels like. Well,
I was like
11.
2011
was like a baby. That's all you need to know. And she's like 40 now. So
was it 2012? It was like the first. It was like one of that and Breaking Bad really sort of made Netflix, right? So,
2016 was the first
Oh.
season.
What? Really? Like nearly 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, Breaking Bad was HBO. Did they bring it onto Netflix?
Breaking Bad was
it went
AMC.
on Netflix, and
Or
then
sorry, AMC. My bad.
it ended up on Netflix, and then people binged. Like it was a real binge watch kind of show. But Stranger Things is, I suppose, like is the first bespoke streaming blockbuster.
Agreed. Pretty much.
Millie Bobby Brown is 21. She looks about 50.
That's why I assumed it started in 2012 because I said, "There's no way she's can be." No, I don't believe you.
I thought
She
she was
got-
like.
Oh, go
I didn't know
ahead.
she was
sorry.
that young. I didn't know she was that young. Even when I was reading about her. Holy
She's
shit.
that young. She's got a baby now too.
What? It's like she's speed running through her whole life.
It's crazy.
She's got to match how old her face is, right? So
Jeez.
Jesus, she's like on fast forwards and like she's
Yeah.
gonna die old age at the age of 35.
How old did you say she was?
21.
21.
21. I don't know. Isn't that when women should be having kids, not at 40?
Oh no, it is. But like compared to literally
face.
most women in the Western world, none of them are married at 21. None of them are even thinking about kids at 21. And she's getting on it real early. So kudos to her. at least.
I guess
But-
unless she really is just 40 years old now.
Maybe. Who knows?
Skip 20 years.
I think
Yeah,
Sophie Turner got married at like 21 and had a kid, and then she got divorced and regret not getting dicked down by more
Yeah.
fellas.
Hers is a different story. Yeah, she just wanted to sling that cat at everyone. So.
Is that it? Seriously? Like she just
Oh yeah,
Freak?
she divorced
Wanted more dick.
one of the Jonas brothers. Like, yeah, they got married real young. She popped out 2 kids, and now she's like, oh, I didn't get to experience like my 20s, which is code for I didn't get to be a slut or participate in a gangbang. So
Mhm.
now I can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big, okay,
Yeah,
regular.
everyone's just thinking all the thoughts. Jeez, just girls have that phase. Hey, you got to catch them at the right time. Fuck.
Why do
Poor
why
Jonas.
do girls always have it when they have kids? You go, right, kids, your
I
mum's
know.
gonna be a whore now.
I know. Jesus.
I think the pregnancy hormones just leave their permanent damage. Maybe that's it.
Your
But you
mum's
think
gonna
you
get
would-
dug out by a bunch of rugby guys.
You think you would know that before you fucking marry someone and like have everyone? You just, I don't know. I just feel like I wish more people would acknowledge that they're in that phase and they're not ready to settle down, rather than just humiliate and ruin someone's life like that. Like, what a bitch move.
I don't think they
Especially-
even recognize it, to be fair. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
I say, especially nowadays where everyone's on camera, where you can see a mother's asshole on OnlyFans for $5. You've got to be
That-
really careful.
The FOMO thing is a real thing though. Like chicks go on Instagram and follow all these like airbrushed AI chicks, or like go on Facebook and see these posts and just like, oh, I'm stuck at home with fucking stretch marks and pancake titties when I could be out there living my best life with, Ronaldo or Daquan or some shit like that. I don't know.
It's
Who?
always women
The
ruining
what if-
other women.
The what ifs.
Sorry, what, Platoon?
What is a dequat? Is that a person?
A black guy. Just default black guy. There you
No.
go.
Okay.
Phases, man. You women are interesting creatures. That's all I could say.
No, we're not. We're crazy creatures.
That's kind of what I meant.
Yeah, there you go.
Polite way. Well, this is why when men got married with women, you'd have to remove them from all their family and friends because it was the only way they'd be chill. Is basically locked up in your castle.
Jesus Christ, man.
They were smart back then, the men.
What happened?
What
to
else
us?
is shit that's gone and come and gone on that list? What am I seeing there? I'm
Can you,
seeing.
can you zoom in a bit, Cynic?
No, he's fucked up. So
Oh.
this is why we're filling time.
Where the fuck did this guy go? Get your ass back here, this guy. Can't see.
You actually haven't seen most of these. His Dark
Success-
Materials, that was shit.
That
Star
was
Trek
shit,
Discovery, that was shit. Handmaid's Tale, I'm assuming. How has that been and gone? Hasn't that been going on for
Oh, yeah.
200 years?
And it's so bad, the ending.
Westworld.
A bunch of women take on the fascists and win.
That's believable.
How many seasons is Ozark? I know that went on for a little while.
I think that was 3 seasons.
Almost
Ozark.
5, is it?
Maybe.
Ozark.
If it's 5, I didn't watch past the first 3 then.
Season 4. It's got 4 seasons. I think it's getting a 5th one. There will not be a season 5 because 4 was the finale. Yeah, 4 seasons.
Okay.
Man,
Any
if I could,
spin-offs?
I hope not.
That's a good question.
if I could
There are
just
no spin-offs and developments,
Oh.
but potential ideas have been discussed, and you're like, oh god.
We got all these shows, but we can't get a Mindhunter season 3.
which would you fix here? Because I'm looking at 2 of these. I'm like, between if I had a magic wand, would I delete or fix Arcane season 2, or would I just completely delete Squid Game season 3 and 2? Like, which one would I do? Because I really love Squid Game season 1. I love that show.
I
And
did,
they
but like I guess I was
fucking
less
ruined it.
invested in where that was going because I think that ended off quite nicely as just
Yeah.
an enclosed thing. It didn't need to have. It ends with the
Exactly.
Matrix beat, and like the Matrix, it should not have got a sequel. I'd have
Yes.
definitely fixed Arcane rather than Squid Game.
This is the thing. Like, I would, if we're fixing something, it's Arcane, because I wanted more Arcane. Squid Game was solid as one show I never needed anymore, and they stretch it in a way that just became embarrassing. You're gonna remember Squid Game for the baby more than the fucking drama of season 1. For anyone who doesn't remember what I'm talking about, A baby is literally a member of the fucking Squid Game in season 3. It's so fucking terrible. I don't even know how to describe it.
And the brother had nothing to do.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
for the
He shows
second
up at the end.
season in a row.
If you've seen one season of Squid Game, you know as much as I do about the brother after 3. Like it's just,
He just at the very end, brother, and he just walks off. And that's it.
I have not watched Squid Game, so if I do watch it, should I just watch season 1 and don't
Season
bother
1.
with any?
Yeah, that's
season
it. It
1.
works. You can leave it with season 1. You don't need to see the rest.
Not even remotely necessary. If you can watch season 2 if you really like the games and just want it for the entertainment thing, but don't watch 3. 3 will ruin it for you.
Okay.
Well, are they talking about a Squid Game like cinematic universe? Like,
Yeah, Squid Game America is
Squidverse.
coming.
The
Kate
Squidverse.
Blanchett has the post-credits sequence in Squid Game season 3.
God, like
Squid
what
Game
would-
season 3 was to set up an American Squid Game. That's all it
But
existed for.
But it won't just be like children's game, like pass the parcel, it's a bomb. They'll go for like really on the nose political stupid statements.
Oh yeah, like this is a big metaphor for capitalism. Like it already kind of was, but it'll be even less subtle about it. which
all
will
the
be
men
great.
get $66 and all the
Oh, yeah.
women get one.
Yeah, the message in Squid Game felt organic. It was something that worked within it. You know, if they do an American version, they're gonna beat you over the head with that shit. And it's just
Well, yeah,
I'm
you
not
won't have
looking forward to it.
You won't have characters, you'll have political statements.
Yeah, pretty much. And Squid Game season 2, for what it's worth, it probably had one of the best representations of a trans character I'd seen in terms of making them an actual
true.
character. 100%. Full arc was fantastic. Even her story for being there was interesting because a lot of other people were there for like life and death things. She was there for her own surgeries, almost selfish reasons. And to see other people die while she was still there, it was just interesting the way they portrayed that character. They did a really good job with her from beginning to end. That's
Well,
the
not
only
quite
thing I
to
can say.
end. I mean, well, season
Yeah,
2,
the,
yeah.
the very,
Season 3,
very.
when she like,
Oh,
dies,
for
like, 'cause,
fuck. I
like,
know,
the
I know.
only military trained character in the show stands with her back to an open door
I
in a
know.
fucking game. She knows people are trying to kill her. It's just,
God
Jesus
damn
Christ.
it. She was John Wick for the whole episode and they turned into a fucking moron for the last part.
Excuse-
Yeah, you're right. They fucked up her ending, but overall her story was good. You knew what they were trying to do. Stupid ass show. Get this off the screen, Cynic. It's
All
just
right,
upsetting
all
me.
right.
It's just upsetting me at this point. All these
The
bird
next
shows.
topic on the list was One Battle After Another. Discussing Film says is on track to become Paul Thomas Anderson's first movie to pass $200 million worldwide. I suggested that was an interesting way to spin a $100 million loss.
Was it that expensive?
Yes, it was that expensive. So it had a $130 million budget, $70 million marketing budget. So it needed, the old adage, it needs to double that in order to break even. And so it's about to pass 200 million worldwide, which means it matches its marketing and budget, but it doesn't break even or even come close.
No, because theaters will take their cut of that, presumably.
Right.
Yeah, I've not seen it. I mean, I'm surprised it's that. I mean, like, is it massively heavy on the action and the effects? Then I mean, I'm guessing that must be the case.
No, I
No.
think maybe it's because
Heard
they
of it.
actually filmed real locations.
Oh,
And Leonardo DiCaprio is expensive. would
Yeah,
imagine.
I figure half the budget is just paying him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Penn is the bad guy. He won't be that expensive, but yeah, he sucks. Everyone in this sucks.
Is that Rihanna at the bottom right? Who was
No.
that? I
No,
probably
it kind of
don't know.
looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was her this whole time. It was a sharp
No, that
guy.
looks like Rihanna if she was a caricature drawing.
Yeah, I take it back. She's okay. I can see it now. It's a hell of a job.
I believe that's his love interest in the film.
Yeah, and Sean Penn's. Sean
and
Penn.
Sean Penn.
It implies that she sticks a gun up his ass in a lovemaking session.
What?
Well,
I want to watch
because-
the movie just to see him like try to work around that chin while he's kissing her. Like how the
Well,
fuck? they gonna do
Sean
that?
Penn is like a racist, but he also likes being dominated by black women. So, like, there's a bit where he threatens her to have sex with him, and she meets him in a hotel, and like she puts a gun to he's naked. She gets him against the wall, face planting the wall, and she has a gun to the back of his head, and then she pulls it down, and she goes off screen. So it's implied, and he goes ooh, as in something goes up his ass.
What?
Yeah, so that was a fun film. And then, like, the rest of the film is he's got to kill his potentially half-black kids because he wants to join a society of super racists.
Sounds
They're
like
called
shit.
the Christmas Adventure Club, not the Super Adventure Club from South Park, which is pedophiles. This one is just racists. They all go, "Hail Saint Nick."
Was that gun up his ass one of the battles that was after another? Is that where the title comes from?
Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, it's so stupid. It's like, I've got to make sure I don't have a half-black daughter. It's like, why would she not take contraception? This militant black feminist woman. Why would she let this racist old white guy come inside her and then not take any, like, pill afterwards?
Because then there would be no movie.
There'd be no movie. And then
I just
also,
find it
that makes
fascinating.
it makes
Sorry, go
Leonardo
ahead.
DiCaprio a cook. He's a cook all movie. Oh, I hate that movie.
I just find it fascinating that the way people frame things, because I mean, was it Variety or Forbes reported that this movie is at minimum going to cause that $100 million loss? Looks closer to like 200 million, but who knows what kind of tax breaks they got, yada yada. So if it causes at minimum $100 million loss, it's just really funny that they have to frame this movie as a success somehow because it's supposed to win all of the awards this year.
Did
It's just- Sorry, go on.
sorry. Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, is Leonardo DiCaprio still a box office draw? Because his last movie, The Flowers of the Killer Moon, that didn't do well either. And I'm just trying to think, like, what was the last movie he was in where it was a success?
Like The Revenant?
That was 10 years ago, man.
Was it really? No.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Oh,
Yeah, 2015.
let's
Wolf
look
of
up
Wall Street was 2013.
Because it used to be if you saw Leonardo DiCaprio in a movie, you'd go see that movie, right? And then when did that drop off happen?
It's got to be after The Revenant because he became a lot more political. And his film, what was the Don't Look Up? That was another environmental film.
That was on streaming though, right?
Yeah, but his films have become more like that. They've become more politically, like, targeted.
Yeah, after he won his Academy Award, he didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you? Like, you've done it all. He's been acting since like. Have you seen his first performance, his debut? What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
That was fantastic performance.
Brilliant. Yeah. You would think the kid actually had brain damage, or
yeah, you would think the kid was actually retarded.
Yeah, it was amazing. But like, if you have those type of chops as a teenager, you've done the thing, man. He can. Leo's one guy he's beat the game. Like, I don't care what his movies do or whatever at this point. Like,
and the best part is he's just fucking young bitches on a yacht now.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, he's more known for that than acting.
Right.
Oh, he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was a success. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
that was
that's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
I don't remember that movie and think Leonardo. I think of Brad Pitt when I think of that movie more than I do Leonardo DiCaprio.
But he was in the movie. He was the co-star.
Someone brought this up yesterday, and I wasn't really sure how I felt about it. Who's the better actor, Brad Pitt or Leo?
I like Brad Pitt more.
Take that out. Like, let's go just because I do like Brad Pitt more, probably. But try to just go based on their performances.
I think Brad Pitt has had more diversity over his career compared to Leo, if you think about it.
Yeah, because he played a loon in 12 Monkeys, so we kind of have a comparison here. They've both played retards at some point,
right? But then, like, Brad Pitt, like, his best years were like in the 90s. He had
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Was it Legends of the Fall? Is that the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in that. Then there was Seven as well. I actually thought he wasn't bad casting in Troy. I quite liked him in Troy. Burn After Reading. He was a lovable idiot
that was
in that.
Fantastic. His role in that was so good.
And I think Fight Club.
I think it's pretty unanimous.
Yeah. Because
Leo.
If I think about Leo's most iconic roles, like his best acting really was What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and he's more or less kind of played. Oh, and Wolf of Wall Street. He was great in that too, but his characters otherwise stay within like this same safety limit.
He was great in Django.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was fantastic. That might be. It's Snatch versus Django for me. Because you know what? Shit, I think that is my favorite Leo role. And with Brad, I was about to say Snatch, but there's probably other ones that I love with him too as well. But Snatch Brad is like one of my favorite performances of all
See,
time.
I really liked The Departed, but I didn't think Leo brought anything to the table that was
Agreed.
special.
He brought literally zero. He brought
Yeah.
dialogue. He it's in terms of what he brings to the table as an actor, you could have replaced him with like 17 different people and it wouldn't affect the
Oh,
Right.
you know what? He was good in Blood Diamond. I will give him that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did we forget about Titanic? Did anyone actually think that was
He didn't act in Titanic, man.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that
just
didn't even.
checking.
I asked the question. That didn't even cross my mind this whole
All right.
time. Oh yeah, the
But what
ship
does
movie.
But what does that film say about woman? She grows up, has a family, and all she regrets is not fucking the homeless kid on the Titanic.
It's Sophie Turner. It's Sophie Turner. Legit. That's their origin story. It's the same shit. These fucking gingers and their freaky faces. They can't time them well.
Fucking gingers.
These fucking gingers, man.
Oh man. But I'm actually really glad I asked this question. That was a great deep dive.
Titanic could have had like a great
awesome.
psychological horror ending though, if Leo swims up to the door and he's like, let me on, and the camera just cuts to Rose's face and she just says, no.
No.
And then she
Pushes him
floats
down.
off and leaves him silently to die. That would have been good.
I think
Even
that
as
was
a
a Family
kid-
Guy sketch, actually.
Oh, was it?
I
Even
think so.
Even as a kid, I was like, bitch, move over. There's so much room on that thing. Like he's gonna die. Like I totally think he could have fucking got on that piece of wood.
They try
humped
one
it up.
time and they just give up.
They
I'd be
just
like,
gave up.
fucking move over.
It was like the most frustrating thing I'd ever seen in a movie because I was so immersed in that. I was all on board when I first watched it, and I couldn't believe my fucking hero at this point is gonna just die because this bitch won't move over. Like I will never.
Can I make a hot take about Titanic? Am I allowed to make a hot take?
No, of course. We all love that movie.
What's it gonna be?
Okay, I don't think Titanic is a bad movie, but you have to remove the romance to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just, as a romance is trash. As a survival,
Yeah, because like
awesome.
he does do a really good job capturing like the last moments of the actual Titanic in the second half of the film. So like,
awesome.
I will happily rewatch it for the second half of the film more than the first half.
One of the best disaster movies, one of the worst romances, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, girls love it because he died for me. How great
off,
is that?
move
How
over.
awesome am I?
And then she remarries. She not remarries. She marries for the first time, I guess, technically. Has kids, but she still longs after the one night stand she had with the bum.
Yeah.
The fucking hobo. I fucked some hobo one night, and he means more to me than my fucking whole family and shit.
The funnier thing is like she doesn't like Cal because he's just a rich aristocrat. So she fucks Jack, who's this poor artist.
I'll give her more credit than that. She doesn't like him because she's being forced to him through her mom. Like,
Right,
she hates the
but-
idea of this whole. Like, I kind of get her perspective. They just didn't do it well enough.
She makes it clear that she doesn't care about the rich lifestyle as much as like her mother does, right? But then she goes on and marries a rich person anyways after Jack dies.
You lying bitch.
And then when she fucking dies, she reunites with Jack on
Instead
the
of
Titanic.
him!
You fucking
Fucking
cunt.
fucking rats. She's such a cunt. It's her and the
rotten
bitch from
bitch.
Forrest Gump. Fucking Betty or what? Jenny, whatever the fuck her name is. Yeah,
Jenny.
The Forrest Gump bitch and the chick from the Titanic. They both. You need to just. They needed to redraft that shit, man. I don't know, man. Just terrible.
Like 50
portrayals of women.
years, married to a bitch for 50 years, and she wants to get with some homeless guy
Yes.
That she fucked one time
and didn't
on a
tell you.
ship.
No, it's
Yeah.
romantic. It's romantic though. They skip all the logic just to make things romantic. It's so fucking stupid, man.
It is stupid, but as a young lass, I was like, oh, that's kind of sweet. I understand the issues with it now, but like as a girl, I was like, oh, that I didn't see through it.
Exactly. It
Well,
works.
it's like-
No logic. Out the window.
Out the window completely. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing like Twilight. It's like, oh, isn't this a love triangle? He goes, no, it's a selfish bitch who just keeps leading on people and causes a war that gets loads of people killed.
Yeah.
Bro, she does Jacob so fucking dirty. Like Edward leaves her and she tries to literally kill herself in Minecraft a dozen times. Jacob's there like, listen, you're fine. You're going to be okay. Like he brings Bella back to life. And then Edward comes back and she's just spreading her vulva for him all over again. Poor Jacob, man.
I don't think
Jacob
I've
was
seen
done
a.
dirty.
I don't think I've seen a proper love triangle since Shane, Rick, and Lori. Like that was the heart of that show, man. And
Well-
man, it fell off after that.
Well, technically, Aragorn has one, but he's at least mature because he basically says to her, no, I've got a hot elven bitch who won't age.
He's just a fucking pimp that has all the pussy on Middle Earth. That's not a love triangle. Like,
Well,
Jesus
Well, they
Christ,
both
that's
like
it.
it. Well, no, because that's actually mature. He goes, yeah, why would I get with you? I'll have tits that'll never sag.
Yeah. The line he gives her to turn her down is like the fucking perfect, like, I can't remember. It's like, you're an illusion. You're in love with an illusion or something. I cannot give you what you seek. Just the way he
Yeah.
phrases it, I'm like, God damn, I gotta write that down. Like, that's fucking perfect. How do you turn down a girl with class? Like,
Well, it's
proper.
not just that. It's like, it's the king's daughter. So I have to be kind of like,
Yes.
you'll cut my fucking head off.
Yeah, tread lightly. I still need good, relations here, but that's what I mean. He handled it so perfectly, so respectfully, and it's the type of thing where like you could understand. There's no begging after a line like that. Like he, respectable.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't just show up going, I'll bang you for a bit and then I'll move back on with my
Yeah.
elven mistress.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of things that factor into why Aragorn is considered one of the best examples of masculinity. He really, really is. He's like, that's the type of man everyone should want to be.
Yeah. Men in a love triangle are great. Women are whores.
Yes, you guys screw it up. You make it a square, a fucking fucked up square.
Our final topic for today would be, this is the first look at Woody and Buzz in Toy Story 5, and my first thought was, yep, it sure fucking
God, they
looks
haven't
just like him.
aged at all. It's impressive.
I say, did anyone see the trailer?
No.
No,
It's literally, it's just them waving at the camera, like Buzz does a salute, and that's it. No dialogue, no nothing.
That was a
basi-
teaser then.
It's basically just for
Yeah, it's like
investors to
25
go,
seconds.
hey, look, we're doing a movie. They
This
don't
is
even
a-
have a plot.
This is a weird one to reveal because why would you do a first look of computer generated characters that haven't changed in 30 years?
I bet
Just to let you
they probably
know.
thought it was really funny. That's what they're doing. It's a kind of
It's
a
a
meme.
joke.
I
Okay,
still
okay.
haven't seen Toy Story 4, so I
Don't.
don't like my No, I've been told several times I really shouldn't, which means I'm inevitably going to, like Incredibles 2.
I
You
still
will
haven't
watch
seen
it.
Toy Story 3. I haven't
That's a
watched
good
the
one.
third one.
that one's good.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's satisfying conclusion, and then 4 rapes it.
Oh wow.
That's
Dang.
pretty much what I've heard from everyone. You get a solid trilogy, and then you get fucked with the fourth one, which makes me wonder, why are we trying a fifth time?
Money.
That's been the answer to every one of my questions tonight. Pretty much, like that's it. The root of all evil.
Like, what's the story? I mean, you have to watch number 4 to understand the story, but like, they're in 2 different locations.
Is Andy even relevant anymore in
No.
Toy Story 4?
Well, he gets a send off in 3, in 4, no.
And you should be like 35 or something by now. Like, why would he still be in this movie
Andy's-
playing with
Andy's
toys?
reaching middle age.
Yeah,
dude.
and he's got debt and like bad back pain and shit.
And he's going through his midlife crisis, so he's breaking out the toys for a better time. There you go.
Would that be a horror movie where Andy goes, there is no Andy, it's only Woody? He's got the
That would be
cowboy
great.
hat.
I'd love that actually.
Because there's a snake in my boots, and he's actually throwing snakes at people.
Yeah, I can't
Why-
believe they're doing this. But I can
Oh.
because Pixar's kind of run out of ideas, so they're just going back to the well. So besides just money, how do you keep making it? Well, what did they love? They loved Toy Story. So back we go.
Isn't the people that originally started and ran Pixar before Disney acquired them? They're not even there anymore, right?
That's
long
a
gone?
while ago, yeah.
No, of course.
Didn't
Whatever made
they?
Pixar work in the past, all those elements are long gone. Has to be.
'Cause-
Well,
yeah.
what was his name? Lassenger? He got
Lasseter,
Me Too.
John Lasseter, I think.
Lasseter. He got Me Too'd.
Oh,
Did he
right.
really?
I forgot
Well,
about that.
he didn't actually have sexual assault. People just said he was too friendly and hugging around the office.
What?
What a
And then-
dick. What
This
an
was-
evil bastard.
boss.
He
This
So this
hugged
one you could
people.
get Me Too for anything.
He went off and started Skydance. So
Yes.
that's where he went, and he took a lot of key staff with him. Staff who really like him. But what the interesting thing about Pixar was all the iconic movies like Bugs Life, Incredibles, Toy Story. That was all at one dinner. They came up. This group of people came up with almost all their top movies.
Wow.
Whereas you now, what is it that you've got Inside Out? That's the only thing that made movie, but that made money movie. But what have you had? You've had Elemental, which was shit. Lightyear, which was awful. Turning Red, which is fucking horrendous.
That was bad.
Luca, which is some gay Italian film. Soul, people kind of remember. I don't know if it did well.
What was that Mexican film that they did that people liked so much?
There's Elio, which is a failure.
Oh, Coco.
Oh,
Is that the one?
that
The
was
Mexican
it.
one?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Coco was
Coco.
2017. They did Cars, but that was a while. Again, these are all like 2017. But like Soul, Luca, Turning Red, Lightyear, Elemental, Elio, all failures besides Inside Out.
Remember?
Encanto. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Thank you, Bill.
Encanto. I forgot about
Yeah.
that one. Remember a time when every Pixar movie was nominated for like Academy Award for Best Animated movie?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they're
Every
also
time.
forgettable. You just list off a whole name of recent ones. And I'm like, what? I could
One
just
of those.
earlier. Yeah, what is that?
Well, DreamWorks does a pretty good job, but like they're doing what, Shrek 4, 5?
5. And they just
DreamWorks
pushed
is-
that back
Because
recently.
everyone guessed the plot. It's fucking Shrek and Zendaya as his daughter. He's
Ugh.
out of touch with the Zoomer mentality. Ugh.
It's not
It
a
actually
swamp anymore,
sounds
Dad.
like a little bit like the Toy Story 5 might be going, because I looked up the premise on Wikipedia and assuming it's accurate. The premise of the movie is that within 2 years of Woody leaving Bonnie to help abandoned toys find owners, Jessie has led the charge in Bonnie's room with Buzz Lightyear as their second in command, inevitably. However, an 8-year-old Bonnie has become enamored of her new favorite plaything, a frog-like tablet named Lilypad. So we're also probably going to be doing the whole, these youngsters these days, they spend too much time on the screens.
Who the
Well,
fuck
we
is
hope-
Bonnie?
Boring.
She's the new girl who takes over from Andy.
Is that like Andy's daughter or something at least?
No, yeah, I don't want to spoil it because Toy Story 3 is great, but she's
Oh, okay.
basically another family.
Okay. All right. All right.
But they've kind of already done the technological thing in Toy Story 1. Buzz is the brand new thing. He's got like lasers and wings and all that shit. We've
Yeah.
already done this. And it was
Will it be
brilliant.
different
gonna do a
because
shittier
now
version.
it's a shit version where it's just a tablet. The toys are upset because no one plays with toys anymore. They just play on the tablet.
And they're not gonna have anything interesting to say about it. Like the way the dynamic between Woody and Buzz was like the best part of the first movie. And I know they're not gonna have anything close to that.
Jessie's going to be unbearable. She was really likable in number 2.
Yeah.
And she's going to be a bitch. Like Bo Peep. For spoilers for Toy Story 4, but she's a cunt.
I was about to ask, didn't they make her a girl boss? Like she's like
Oh,
woke peep.
Yeah, she's woke
She
Peep.
can't wear a dress, and she's like
she's
a
made out
badass.
of porcelain, and she goes, "I don't like kids. Fuck kids," which is
Whoa.
the complete opposite point of what Woody is. Because Woody, like, how much they had again. We've had this story, Toy Story 2, which is you can be in a museum and be looked at, but never loved. And Woody chooses the opposite choice because, of course, he would. Fucking hate Toy Story 4.
This doesn't have relevance anymore. Like Toy Story, when it came out in, what was it, 95? 98?
Ancient.
Something like that.
Yeah, at least there was some relevance because we were living in that era where children were starting to transition away from buying toys all the time because you had video game consoles becoming a lot more accessible.
Mhm.
So this was kind of nostalgic to see like how children, and it worked for the early 2000s, but this isn't relevant to a current audience. There's nothing that you can introduce with this that kids will resonate with at all.
Well, if you wanted to go with like kids, you couldn't do like a Call of Duty lobby because everyone would be going, fuck you, fuck you.
Dropping
You
N-words
are-
everywhere, you know?
Yeah. There's no way you can make that like a kid's film.
They are like I was wondering why they're because we were at Disney Springs a couple weeks ago and I was wondering why there's so much Toy Story merch even though there hasn't been a film in like when was Toy Story 4? When did that come out?
Like 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, like Toy
Yeah.
Story doesn't have any relevance, but they're selling like the proper Buzz Lightyear in the box and everything like he is in the movies and they're
But it's
just
like
everywhere.
Lilo and Stitch always sells, and that only had the remake this year. Like
Yeah.
those old toys still sell like hotcakes, even though Lilo and Stitch reboot was dog shit.
It was dog shit, yeah.
You mean original?
Ahola means fuck over your family and be
Yeah, I mean,
selfish.
fuck off. I couldn't believe that movie because I hadn't seen the original, so watching it in that order and just being like, "Are you fucking kidding me? How do you fuck up the one fundamental element that you have to nail and not even understand either of the characters?" It was the nanny movie. It wasn't even Lilo and Stitch. It was just all about her.
Yep.
And it's like, I have to go to America for an aquarium university degree, even though Hawaii has one.
Right. That's the worst part. You live in fucking Hawaii. Like, why do you need to go to California for this?
God. Oh shit, Vex, remember the Anchorman joke? I'm just coming back to the one you did for me.
Oh,
You remember that, Vex?
yes, I do. I do.
That's fucking like perfect. Just fucking, that's the best representation for fucking Ohana. The Anchorman scene of just him kicking Baxter off the fucking bridge.
What
That's
are
what
we
they did to
doing
Ohana.
here?
It's just
Yeah.
so bad.
What
Why
are we
would you
doing
do
here?
that? Yeah.
Well, the next few Pixar films is Hoppers, which is about a beaver. Toy Story 5, something called Gato, which I don't know what that is. Incredibles 3 and Coco 2. So they're going back to the well to try and get more nostalgia.
Yeah, they just sound like they're a bit fucked. Like so many other studios, creatively bankrupt.
Well, Turning Red was the director went, I want to make it about my childhood, which is I'm going to sell my puberty to fucking boys. The director was a
Oh.
Chinese Canadian girl who shows her panda to people, and that's the story as well.
Hold on. Is Gato the Black Cat movie? Another Black Cat movie? Hold on.
It says to be announced, so I don't even think it's like got anything yet. But basically, it's just sequels. All we're getting is sequels, and wasn't
That's
that the
it.
mantra of Pixar when it first came out? No sequels.
Oh, yeah, here it is, 2027. So, indebted to a feline mob boss, a black cat named Nero finds himself forced to forge an unexpected friendship that may finally lead him to his purpose.
Boring.
Hmm.
It's got a cat. I'll watch it. Fuck it. I
I'm
liked
easy.
Flo. That movie was great.
Well, what do you think of the art style? I hate how humans look in Pixar.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I actually can't even recall
Weird.
what humans look like in Pixar films.
They look
All
like shit.
fat and
They
pudgy.
look like shit and pudgy.
Yeah.
And
They used to be okay,
Gooey.
like distinctive and kind of charming, but it seems to have sort of lost that. And I think because so many clones of them have come out since then as well, so they're almost like the self-parody stage. Like this looks like what Pixar people today think a Pixar movie used to look like, as opposed to it being a Pixar design.
True.
Oh.
Like the Incredibles nailed it. They don't have that nowadays.
Hold on. Georges Rex, I would actually pay to go to the theater and see that in IMAX. Ratatouille 2, The Black Death. That's a movie right there. I like that.
Well, I just think you're highlighting that there's no faith to be had in big studios. It's got to be individual creators. Like right now, it's like Flanagan and maybe Eggers. So those are the only people who I'm like, ooh, I'll check something out just specifically because they're making it. But other than that, whose name holds any value anymore?
I would argue Joseph Kosinski still has name value.
Who's that?
Who?
Who?
The guy that did F1.
There goes that theory. Who the fuck is that guy? Holy shit. Sorry.
Fuck.
He did F1. He did Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, he did Tron Legacy.
Yeah, he did. There you go.
Oh,
You forgot that part. You forgot that one, eh?
And Oblivion as well. No, he's made some good-looking movies. I'll give him that.
all right.
Oh, geez.
Wait, who's the guy who did Yellowstone and Landman?
Oh, Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, he does some stuff. Except for the ending of Yellowstone was give everything back to the natives who destroy your graves.
Oh dang. Oh yeah, like Doug Lehman's another one. Like he did Edge of Tomorrow, so I've got hope for him.
Well, this is the thing. You usually have to pair it up. Like I don't know what your criteria is, but like Spielberg, he made Jurassic Park, Jaws, and Saving Private Ryan. That is when you have a triplet like that, like doesn't matter what else you do in your career. So I think you need 3 great projects for me to recognize you or acknowledge you. And Flanagan has made 3 horror shows that I absolutely love: House of Usher, Bly, and Hill House. So I think it's hard to find people that have consistent quality. They'll have one thing that they're known for, and then they'll shit the bed. Like didn't the guy who made Ex Machina? Didn't he make that stupid
Alex
Alex Garland. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's hit or miss. Yeah.
That dude is a coin flip. He's a fucking coin flip. What are you doing? I find it fascinating.
In a week, we might have Chris Stuckman added to the list when Shelby
I will be reviewing that.
We're all gonna get Stuckmanized. I can't wait.
Imagine we all came like fans. Oh, can I get your signature, Mr. Stuckman?
I will be checking that out Thursday, and fuck it, I'm gonna do a review on it.
Nice.
Really?
And he put himself out there, so
I respect it. I hope he does all right. I don't think it's gonna be good based off the trailer, but like I'd rather it be surprisingly good than being trash and embarrass YouTubers. Like he's
I don't know if I'm gonna respect the movie, but I respect that he put it out. So that's the start. Maybe it'll be really good. Maybe it won't be.
But Platoon, when you do like a 5-hour review and then he hangs himself afterwards.
Oh, no. That's the plot of his sequel.
I already have an ambiguous title. Just waiting.
An ambiguous title.
Yeah. Well, because I don't know if it's good or bad yet. So I was thinking about what titles might work that will work no matter what.
Well, he somehow got Mike Flanagan to be associated with this in any way, shape, or form. I don't know what he did, but his name being on there hopefully elevates the quality. Because I don't know, Chris. It's hard to have much expectations for your films after seeing your film review. So
didn't the company he was filming with doubled the budget and allowed him to reshoot most of the movie?
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I can't remember the studio, but they gave him double the budget. That's why it kind of like it's been in production for ages, because they probably went, "This is a shit movie, but there might be something here. Here's double."
I know how I'm going to start the review. I can tell you what. Shelby Oaks is a film directed by Chris Stuckman.
Of course. 100%. I feel like everyone might do that just because they're so aware of the fucking meta.
We should all share the same script as well. We should all do it.
The same first 30 seconds. Oh my god.
And nobody knows what the film's about.
Shelby Oaks.
We do have some super chats to get to. You guys mind if I get them fired up?
Yeah.
Sure. Do it up.
Sleepy Arcane Doggo says, heard Cynic was looking for a VPN. There's a blue-haired dude that recommended one on a Tron Ares review recently. Maybe worth checking. Love you guys. Yeah, that's a good call. I did have, this blue-haired guy I saw that did a Tron Ares review did have a VPN as a sponsor in his last video. So I'll have to, check out that video.
If you can't remember who the blue-haired guy is who did it, though, I've also got a VPN sponsor in my Tron Ares video when that comes out, so you could just use that one. That's assuming they ever fucking okay the video, send all the B-roll over, and then I made the ad, and then he said, "Oh yeah, no, actually, we're doing a complete redesign, so you can't use any of the B-roll." So, right.
Wow, that was.
What do you want me to show?
God. Winter GS says, "Greetings, smooth talkers and giggle woman. How long before they corral the tards and idiots in the writing rooms? Like
giggle
Alien
woman.
Peacemaker?"
That's fucking hilarious.
I'll take it.
Sorry, you got to reread it. I didn't get any. How long before? Yeah.
How long before they corral the tards and idiots in the writing rooms, like Alien Peacemaker?
I think we're in the
have to corral them. That's how they get them in the room.
That, and I think we're probably in a transition era because it was, now we just got to get activists in the writing room, but now they're realizing people don't like activists, so now we just have people that have a writing degree of any kind.
Something has to change after Alien Earth. Something truly has to be changed.
That's what they're hoping for, is AI and Koreans to write everything. Because Netflix has massively expanded into the Asian market.
Yes.
That's all we're going to get is robots and Asians. And it'll be better.
Also, TGV Monster dropped a couple super chats at the beginning, as he always does, but for whatever reason, StreamYard did not save them, so I super apologize about that.
What?
He's always first.
He's still first.
He's still first. I know, it's always first.
I've not got them either. I'm wondering whether it, after a period of time, it just gets rid of them, but I can't see them either. I don't know.
But I did see them when I first launched the chat this morning, when I launched the stream this morning, so... They were there. So TGV Monster, I apologize, but I know you were first. Snyderverse, my friend.
If you're still in the chat, then just drop them again as normal messages, and I will keep an eye out.
Yeah, please don't pay again. We appreciate you. But Wonder Girl just jumped ahead of the line because you dropped a $100 super chat.
Dang.
Fucking hell.
God damn. UK
Very
native
generous.
panel and chat. I'm writing a novel set in London in 1913 specifically. I've almost got the story ironed out, but once I do, I'd like professional help with historical, cultural accuracy. Tips, who, where I can go to for that. I welcome any amount of travel.
I'm trying to think. It's
I think
tricky. They'll tell you. I think most people who have been published will tell you that you won't get published anyway unless you have like a literary agent. I don't know. I've not looked into any of that, so I can't really advise on it. You can do. I mean, some like ChatGPT and stuff can help you with some basic information. You just have to assume it might be lying to you. So, but it can be useful for structural stuff and recommendations and things like that. If you know any British people, he says as a British person, then you can ask them if you've got stuff right. I have an email address which I do try and check from time to time, which is on my channel main page. And if you want to send anything over, I can't promise I'll be quick at responding, but I can certainly try and have a look.
I'm not a UK native, but I could recommend just getting into contact with literally anyone in the history department at any university or college.
Yeah. Definitely go to universities or colleges if you're talking, and find the right person who's
Yeah.
passionate enough to sit down and break it down for you in a way that's actually effective.
Right.
But just the fact that you care about this enough to ask publicly about historical accuracy, your head's in the right place already.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's
Big
historical
kudos, yeah.
accuracy or magic systems or whatever your foundation is for your story, do the fucking research and make sure it works, because it'll make it so much better. It's just I don't know why that isn't people's. It should be characterization, and then establishing your rules. Those are the two things that should just be your Bible. And respect you for at least, having this as a focus.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to London. I am a UK native, but I only know about Liverpool and its horrible dark past.
1913 is a really interesting date to set it in there, like the year before the First World War. So you've got it's kind of like the last time before it was totally bombed into oblivion, and it's never really recovered. So yeah, that's an interesting time to set it in.
Thanks for the $100 super chat, Wonder Girl. That's amazing of you. Really appreciate it.
Definitely universities and cross-reference between professors. That's probably the best way to do it.
If one of the girl's a girl, it's a love story.
Anna Nielsen in chat also has a good point. If you read stories by other writers who are set in a similar time period, I mean that's one of the best things you can do to start off with. Any period of time. Evil in War is probably slightly too late because he does a lot of interwar stuff, but I would still recommend, because he does a lot of stuff with the it's like the remnants of the culture that existed before the war. So Evil in War's stories are, and they're very funny, and he's brilliant. So
Also another, I don't know how frequent it is in the UK, but I know at least in the States, there's tons of local author meetups and conventions. So that might be a good way to network it with people, even find a publisher as well for your book eventually.
That could be a trap, though. We got grooming gangs, so
that's true. That's true. I always see them pop up, especially whenever I go to a used bookstore or something, there'll be an advertisement for it. And I guess if it's hard to find people in that circle, that might be a good free avenue.
It sounds like a trap.
TGV Monster with the first super chat of the day did say, "Hi everyone, I start my 2-week paid vacation today. It's good seeing Platoon, Cynic, Vex, Jedi, and Reaper."
Oh, happy holiday.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Man, he's gonna wank himself into oblivion.
2 weeks paid.
Throw up the picture again. Throw up the cake.
Ministry of Dinosaurs asks, "Are you getting the shot colors off your dog?" Or of your dog?
Are you getting the shot colors of your
dogs? I don't own a dog.
I've inspired by Hassan. I have one on my cat now. I shock him every time. You fucking cunt. He's a fucking monster. He's a terrible person. One of the worst people on the fucking platform. Twitch doesn't do anything to stop this fucker. Everyone around him just simps for him. There's no accountability. There's no one on the internet I want to see be defeated more than Hassan. Not even
Did you
Boogie, because
Did
Boogie
you
will
guys
eventually
see-
defeat himself.
Oh, sorry.
He's like a black hole.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
collapsing.
Boogie just there's a clock on him. For Hassan, this motherfucker is a villain to me. He's a super villain. I fucking can't stand him.
Did you see that video where the trans people walk up to him and go, "I'm a big fan, Hassan," and he kind of shakes the hand awkwardly and then kind of wipes his hand on his trousers.
What
It's
a
like
He's a
he's
psychopath.
like disgusted by these people that
He's
he milks
disgusted
for
by
money.
most people. I don't understand how this is a surprise. Anyone who's seen him interact with his own chat knows that he likes torturing dumb animals. And now it just turns out that he does it to dumb animals as well.
Yeah.
So it's not. It didn't come as any kind of surprise. It was just like the lengths people were going to try and defend it. But it was quite obviously what was happening. And then all the other videos surfaced with him doing exactly the same thing. And then even worse videos surfaced of him doing other similar things. I mean, at least he's not fucking the dog. He's not YMS, but
Well,
he's still
Hasn't he? Yeah.
well
the
that
thing
we
is,
know of.
He came in one of the videos. He said, "I got her used to sitting down on this bed by tying her to it for hours."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fucking crazy, and that's his like cope. His way of talking himself out of a bad situation by saying shit like that.
Yeah, the fact that he'd even mentioned that, like, he's using it as a prop, and anyone who's ever owned an animal knows, like, if you're a decent person, they become family very quickly, and to do that to a dog, like, that's fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
To go along with this, Big T said, "Perfect villain casting: Hassan Piker in a Spider-Man movie as the Shocker."
Don't give him any more money. He doesn't deserve it.
That's right.
Well, he'd be Electro, wouldn't he? Shocker is vibration. Not to be a nerd, but wrong villain.
Toivo Corhonen says, "Idea for BSUP 100: bring back the Luke Cage writer." Ooh,
Oh yeah.
Rematch.
rematch.
And we need
Campbell-
Lofty on to bait him into coming back.
I've been talking to Lofty.
Oh, how's he doing?
He's doing well, so
Good.
I might get him to come on the show, which would
That'd
be
be good.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, he was
I
cool.
miss that
I
guy.
remember he was on the first time that I came here. He was cool.
Yeah,
How's his book coming along? Did he give you any updates on that or?
maybe not very well because that was never even brought up.
Oh,
So
all right then.
That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Campbell Patterson says, "What's the better show, BSUP, EFAP, or Open Bar?" Well, best show in the universe is in
Yeah,
the
it's,
name.
it's
Yeah,
literally
you
in the
can't read?
name.
Can you not
Probably,
read, bro?
but you know, we're probably the best.
Yeah.
Well, if I could give them an actual answer, EFAP objectively has to be the best for analysis because they go fucking 11 hours. There's only so much we can go at that point. For random topics and just good chemistry, we might be on top for that shit because it's very consistent with us each week, right?
It's
Open
true.
bar is a coin flip. You never know who's going to be on there, right?
Yeah.
So depending
It's-
on the panel, they could be really solid as well. But all
It's
three
consistent for us each week. Every week we actually do it. It's just that we aren't necessarily consistent in the weeks we do it.
Big T says, "Did the university professor ever watch TNG? There are 4 lights, not 5."
What's
Oh,
TNG?
That's the
I
next
Colonized
generation.
Tolkien.
Oh,
All lights, not 5. I don't get it.
Oh, Star Trek. Haven't you seen it?
Yeah, no, I've seen bits of TNG, but I don't get the
He
full.
gets tortured by the Cardassian, and he goes, "How many lights are there?" And he goes,
Oh,
"There's 4." And the guy goes, "No, there's 5." And he's torturing him until he says there's 5 lights, even though there's only 4.
it's the 1984 thing. How
Yeah.
many fingers, Winston?
And you
Fucking
see Patrick Stewart, a bit of his arse cheek. He's naked in the room.
Ew.
If you're into it,
No.
old saggy hairy ass. It's a good episode. Chains of Command, I think it's called.
Okay.
Oh, my fucking mouse is dying. You gotta be fucking joking.
Oh man,
God damn
Perfect
it.
timing.
It's wireless piece of shit. Ministry of Dinosaurs says, "People in power and science have the same relationship as a drunk man and a lamppost. They look for support, not enlightenment."
mm.
True. Yes.
God damn it. Can you control the super chats, Platoon?
I
'Cause,
can. It'll go
right.
wrong, but yes.
try and figure this out.
Is that username also a reference to the paleontologist that's an OnlyFans star? Out of curiosity.
There's an OnlyFans paleontologist.
Yeah, I want to
Of
know
course
more.
there is.
Yeah, yeah.
like
She's
that.
she's on Twitter. She just she posted something and it popped up on my feed for like the one time I've logged into Twitter in the last 2 weeks, and she gets horny talking about dinosaurs.
That's so much better than feet pics and stupid bitches getting money off of nothing. Like that sounds way more interesting.
Yeah, you
But,
can
like-
jerk off and learn something.
Yeah.
She's not teaching you about dinosaurs while she's naked. She just happens to know about dinosaurs and is naked.
That's
I mean,
enough.
At least she
More
knows
than
about
enough.
something.
Jack
I
off
think
and talk
that-
about raptors. Like she's
Yeah,
it's better
she-
than like most people on. It's better than Pokemon. Like shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, she can tell you about bones as you're grabbing your boner.
Well, I was thinking that she probably has Jurassic Park on for other reasons in the background.
Speaking of crappy posters, Rebirth. Jesus, that's
Oh, that
one of the
was
most-
a bad one.
that was just phoned in. Like I don't even know why that's popping into my head, but like that was like particularly bad.
Talks about dinosaurs. Wonders why Jurassic Park Afterbirth pops in head.
Eh? No, but the poster for it. The poster for it. Well, actually, yeah, that's true. That is true.
We talked about the dude that made iconic posters.
That is true.
Big T asks, is there a movie poster from the last 15 years that caught your eye? Also, Ironheart finished filming like 2 or 3 weeks after Black Panther 2 released.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Movie poster from the last 15 years?
The Batman with its black and red simplicity was pretty cool.
I didn't hate the Nosferatu poster at all. I actually quite liked it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Mm,
28 years later. I don't
The
remember.
Godfather was simple.
The last 15 years.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go that far back. Like
Part.
Jaws is a good one with a
Jaws is great.
but that's again like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oof. Romulus is just basic. It's just a face hugger in the red
It was
light.
okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd be more fond of it if I actually liked the movie. It's just, but yeah.
We have,
Like sorry, go on.
we have TGV Monster's second super chat, which we found, which is what is your favorite vampire that isn't Dracula? Mine is Rain from Blood Rain, even though she is only half vampire. The
Oh.
obvious correct answer to this question, of course, is Edward Cullen.
Oh, okay. That wasn't my answer. Mine
No,
was
it's
gonna
not my
be-
answer either, but yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, after you.
No, please. Gentlemen first.
I don't know.
Oh.
yeah.
I don't know. Isn't Nosferatu technically Dracula?
He's copyright free Dracula. Yeah.
Wow, where's the
I like
vampire
Nosferatu,
fans?
though.
Jeez.
Count
my-
Orlok.
Mine's Alucard from Helsing.
Kane from Blood Omen. Easy pick.
Oh,
Isn't
that's a good
Alucard
one.
just Dracula backwards?
Yes, but
Yes.
he's not the same.
Thing.
character
Count
in the
Orlok.
way-
Count
Listen,
Orlok,
listen.
all those guys, they're all fucking like the same shit. At least Kane is unique. He's one of the most original vampire designs.
Yeah,
I
but
like
like,
Blade then, motherfucker.
Why didn't
How-
he's a half vampire? How dare you?
No!
Daywalker.
That's like saying Obama's not black.
he's half black actually.
Bitch.
So.
Still black.
What we do in the shadows? He's paid. He's got. Who's that guy on IT Crowd? He's played by.
Oh,
I always use
Matt
his.
Berry?
Yeah, Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows. Like someone walks past with a cross. He goes, "That's a fucking cross, you dickhead."
oh, does Jerry Dandridge count from oh god, what was that 80s movie? They
There's
made
only
a
a few of
remake
them.
with Colin Farrell in it.
There's one like the What We Do in the Shadows. There's one
Fright
called
Night.
Colin, who's an energy vampire, and he gets his power by just killing all your energy off in the room by being annoying.
Fuck.
He goes, "Oh, the paperwork, that's a lot, eh?" And everyone just like starts passing out near him.
The poster for Wednesday, that one is okay. I'm scrolling through some of them. The rest are shit. Like, what the
Mm.
hell happened to posters?
Yeah, that one was pretty good. The Wednesday poster.
No art left, man. They just toss it
Well,
on the computer now.
A lot of them is just throw up every person's famous face.
Right.
So it's just like 50 faces on a screen.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Avengers Endgame poster is pretty iconic.
that
but
was
they
nice,
Earned
yeah.
that. They earned that, and like,
Yeah.
there's so much continuity between all those characters, but you can't do that with a movie that doesn't have that same dedication to like
Agreed.
10 years of character work. Endgame earned that poster. As crappy as that movie is.
Istafobo says Predator Badonkadonk.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. M8566 says, if you guys had to live in Westeros, which region kingdom would you most want to live in?
Fucking nowhere, bro. There's nowhere in that motherfucker I want to live.
Well,
Holy
no,
shit.
the Vale, because that's like no war, and Dawn's too hot.
The Vale for utter safety because it's the most effective castle. Definitely not living in the north. Keep my black ass out of there.
No.
Fucking freeze. It's not happening. Essos, they're fucking weird, but they seem pretty peaceful over there. You know what? I might want to live in Dorne. Those girls.
No, they don't. Essos has the Dothraki running around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck Essos. Jesus.
You can't really leave your house in Essos.
You can't
He's
do
Slave
anything
of
over there.
day.
Is
This is
Dorne?
a fucking-
I think the
maybe
Dorne people would
Bravos.
like me. I'd fit in there. I feel like, hey,
Like
guys.
Bravos, but then you have the faceless men killing everyone. So
Yeah, they're tricky as well, man.
and it's more of a merchant city. So if you ain't got money, then you're fucked.
Well, can we all agree King's Landing is just out? There's no way.
Yeah,
else
absolutely.
to
Fuck
do
that. No,
Fucking
it's too
cesspool.
much like London. I'm not living
Fucking
there.
politics and the bullshit. Fuck that. The
you
North
want
is
to
pretty chill,
make
but
money,
they're too
like-
hard and too old and crusty.
I wouldn't mind living up the north. I like snow. I also
No, but
wouldn't mind
like-
living in the Twins because I like rivers and I would charge people a huge amount of money to cross my fucking bridge, and so I'd get
Yeah.
really rich.
That was the one thing too. I'm like, you know what? I would be a dick too if I had a bridge. You know what? Fuck
Yeah.
you. Pay me
And if
like
it's neither of those, I just live on Dragonstone because it's cool and no one really attacks you there. Like it's quite well fortified. You can just be
Well,
left
every
alone.
civil war, people go to Dragonstone. So it's like, and in Westeros, the civil wars every 5 years.
How many shows can you discuss the world building to this degree on? We're not even talking about
Not
characters
many.
plot or anything. Just this is why we bitch about this show. It's fucking
Well,
incredible.
you can do
I
the Lord of
picture
the
it all
Rings,
in my
like
head.
Rohan, Gondor, the Shire, Bree. You can talk about stuff like that in fully developed worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Where's,
one of
what
the-
was that, sorry, what was
Go
that picture where they showed 4 fantasy costumes?
Yeah.
and you had to guess which show was which.
Bro, you took it right out of my mouth. Modern fantasy, everyone needs to be so diverse that the fucking the world building gets destroyed because nothing makes any sense. Rings of Power, wherever you go, everyone looks alike. In Game of Thrones, in the North, people are pale because it's fucking cold as shit. In the South, people are fucking dark. In Middle Eastern and in the East, it's like you can go around and have different ideas of where people would come from, and the people that live there would fit that setting. It made sense because that's how fucking humans work. So it made the world building so much more significant. Rings of Power and all these other shows that try to force their diversity in, it makes it laughable. It's like, how the fuck would this ever happen? Like, why is there a light-skinned elf? Why does he have a fade? What is going on?
Why does he have a fade?
Real quick, just on the movie poster discussion, the Terrifier 3 posters were actually really awesome. And
Oh,
those,
those
were all,
were cool too.
yeah, those were all hand drawn, like old school posters. So
Big T suggests formula to YouTube: Sydney's melons and L's cake in the thumbnail. 50,000 views per hour. You're welcome, y'all.
Didn't you have a picture of Sydney Sweeney?
I did in a thumbnail. We didn't get to that topic though. Yeah. After dark.
Yeah. Let's keep putting pictures everywhere.
throw up
Yeah.
a poll in After Dark too. Fanning's cake, Sweeney's titties. Which one's the winner?
Just fuse them
just,
together and take
Sneak
over
it
the
up here
world,
real
man.
quick. Oh Jesus! All right.
Okay, wait. Well, her tits are damn near perfect, so
Yes.
it might be Sydney Sweeney's tits.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason her tits became a subject for like 6 months. They're fucking glorious.
6 months. It was like 2 years, my guy.
Still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many variables to breasts, and hers just like, yeah, she does have good genes. Suck my dick. Like anyone who had an issue with that. Like,
No, literally, Sydney. Come here.
She's like that black cube in Saudi Arabia where everyone circles around and worships.
Wisnilly P says $5 is more than I'd pay for a groupie with Sophie Turner.
Dang.
She's got no tits, Sophie Turner, and she's
And
like
she's got
6 foot.
she's got like no ass anymore too, and she's got no color. She's paler than a ghost. So
and
like-
she's Sansa Stark. Fuck her.
And she's
like
going to be
Slender
Lara
Man.
Croft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
forgot about that.
Sexless, angry Lara Croft.
Big T asks, "Is this perfect casting? Millie Bobby Brown as Stifler's mom?
Oh my god.
Nobody wants to fuck Millie Bobby Brown like that.
Yeah.
Not
Let's
like
be
that.
Yeah.
She's the most iconic MILF of all time. Like
Yeah.
legit. She has to be because the phrase MILF got popularized from American Pie, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did,
it
yeah.
was fucking it's technically the actor from Harold and Kumar, but it was in American Pie. But that same dude was the one who said it. I'll never forget it.
They're
It's just
standing in front of the photo, just MILF, MILF, MILF.
so fucking brilliant. It's such a brilliant phrase. But it's funny. She's played like a MILF in everything I've ever seen her in. Like fucking White Lotus. She's a freak.
Minecraft.
Like,
She's in Minecraft as a
yeah.
MILF.
She's a divorced MILF in every piece of media ever. She's the most typecast chick ever. It's crazy.
She doesn't hate it too. Like she plays
No.
right into it. Like she has so much fun with it. I have a lot of respect for Jennifer Coolidge.
There's a quote where she said her being Stifler's mom, she's had over like 200 hookups because of it or something like that.
God damn.
God.
Yeah, she just went fucking.
Gross.
She just went fucking. But she's one of those the crazy phases that we were mentioning earlier. But
Man, that must be like a cave where you shout down, going hello, hello, hello.
The Descent, man. Well, there's crawlers in there.
God, you could go in there and not touch the sides.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god. Larry said, "Made you look. I was mad that Indiana Jones didn't tell that hag that belongs in a museum and grab the thing."
I don't understand this reference.
Is that the newest one where she says belong in a museum?
No, she says that's called capitalism, baby.
Oh right.
Fucking God, I
She
hate
is a
her.
hack, though. I understood that part of the comment.
Oh,
Didn't
he
she-
says about the Titanic ending.
Oh right. The heart of the ocean, the jewel.
Yes.
Or what the part where the bitch
no,
would
that
move
would have been
over?
a good ending.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should throw that in for one of our Indiana Jones like fan movie casts. Indiana Jones and the Heart of the Ocean.
Jones. Yeah, find that thing.
Ryan Long says, reminds me when someone said how the movie was popular for seeing Kate Winslet without apparel, not realizing how often that had happened after.
Yep,
Indeed.
she
But it is the
did
most
make a-
iconic.
It really was an iconic moment.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem creepy. They pulled it off. They made it romantic without being like super sexualized, from what I remember, which is hard to do.
I mean, okay, well now I'm gonna make it creepy for you. It's
Oh,
actually
no.
James Cameron drawing her, and those are his hands that you see in the close-ups.
Oh,
I do know
fuck
that.
off! I didn't know that. Now it's fucking
I
creepy.
do know
You
that.
ruined it.
That was
Yeah,
just for James Cameron, baby.
That's fucking gross.
Was there no cameras in the room as well?
No, yeah, it's just us. That's fucking. Oh, I honestly wish you didn't tell me that. Damn it, you ruined that scene. I'm gonna think of you laughing in the back
You're
of my head if I
welcome.
ever fucking see that movie.
Whenever we see it again, Vex's laugh.
Yeah, just echoing in the back of my head, like, yeah, you got me. Like, I know 100% I'm gonna remember too.
Hair laughter and a picture of a cut fruit.
Yeah, just a fucking sandwich. Slide past my screen. I'm trying to enjoy Titanic.
Sandra Polly says, honestly, animation on YouTube, such as Space King and anything Glitch makes, are taking the piss out of current studio animations, to say nothing of anime.
Yeah. Well, what's quite funny about Space King is that Flash Gits used to do Warhammer animations, and then the company kept like flagging them and taking it down. So they ended up making their own thing that's like even better. Which I never understood why companies take down fan animations. It's free advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Copyright.
idiots.
Like they just did that
Copywriting
for
trailers
the
is stupid.
the Attack on Titan. Oh God, what was it called? There was a fan anime, like an attack that did an alternate ending of Aaron's fucking gay moment at the end of season 4. So they redid it. They redid it so it actually makes more sense and is more in line with his character motivations. And
How
then
did they delete it? Like, how do you?
no,
do
they
it?
filed a lawsuit for them to legally remove it, so they can't post it anywhere on the internet now. And they
sued. Ridiculous that
right,
shit.
and
This ending
they-
was that bad.
right, they didn't even monetize it when they uploaded it too because of the copyright issues. They're just like, we're just fans. We just wanted a better ending, so here it is.
Yeah, it's the problem is because it's like, how do you fuck up that much to that degree with this character when we've got like 4 minutes left? It's just atrocious, man. So yeah, whoa, your guys' takes on Attack on Titan are atrocious. How is saying Eren was treated like a fucking moron in his last fucking rant atrocious? Like he legit got Jaime Lannister. He said something that Eren, that I've watched for 4 seasons, would never fucking say. That just doesn't make any sense, and it ruins my view of his character, especially everything he achieved with his
You know
art
who's
in this
worse? Gabby.
Gabby is a whole other conversation. Like Gabby, like Aaron is the one part of this where it's like we've all unanimously agreed they fucked that up. Gabby, I think there's much more to discuss in terms of her art.
No, there isn't. It's a
yes,
sealed
I know
deal.
your
It's
take on it.
horrible.
I know your take on it. Everyone hates
Right.
Gabby.
But
I
this
think,
will be like a 9-hour conversation.
Yeah, I know. We'll move on.
That's a super
but
chat.
I've mentioned before, Aaron got fucking ruined. That's the one part the three of us are unanimous on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Big T asks, what happens to the companions of the Doctor and Doctor Who? I've never seen the show, but do they just live their life after, or are they killed off?
Depends. Like Rory and Stuart get to live their life in the past, so they technically die, but they get to live full life. Rose Tyler goes to like another universe and fucks the Doctor's clone.
And then she comes back as the Doctor in a post-credit scene. So you kind of have to hope some of them die, but they don't.
How does that even work? Like, it's not Rose Tyler, it's just him in the appearance of Rose Tyler.
Yeah, no idea. I don't think we're ever going to see that again. Because apparently that was just a really last minute, like they didn't know what to do, so they gave her a call and said, "Are you available?" And she said, "Yeah." And then she filmed the entire thing in a green screen.
There's a spin-off with Una. I'm not surprised to call Una. That's how they act. But I think it's called like Between the Land and the Sea, and a guy and a mermaid have to like get along to prevent a war. It's like a Doctor Who spin-off with Una, and it looks awful. It's like
does he abandon? Because I've not seen that much Doctor Who. I've just seen random bits and pieces of it. Didn't one of the old Doctors like abandon his granddaughter on a planet with someone and he just left?
He's done that a few times.
Oh,
yeah, he's not really a good person in the new ones. Nothing he really does makes any sense in the Doctor Who. Like in the Flux, doesn't Jodie Whittaker kill like half the universe?
That sounds like the kind of thing she'd do, but I haven't seen it.
Apparently, someone did a poll talking about like characters who have committed the most murders. Thanos is one. I think the Doctor's two. So the Doctor in Doctor 2 is like the second biggest killer of all fiction.
Oh, Jesus. I walked away and more super chats popped up. I thought we were almost done.
No, we will never be done.
Never. We did that one. So there's, Orange Soda TR says, since you brought up Hassan, dogs naturally trust you to know what's best for them and protect them. It takes a real piece of shit to abuse that trust.
Yep.
It really does.
Yes.
And I am not a dog person, not a fan of dogs. Dogs piss me off, but anything like that. I mean, I couldn't even kill the bird in Gollum. I can't do animal cruelty.
Can't do it. Even that's an interesting point. Someone who doesn't even like dogs understands how fucked up this is. I've never even had a dog. I've had a million cats, but like never had the pleasure of having a dog. I think they're awesome. They're just too much work. But the idea of having one as a prop for your stream, shocking it when it tries to walk away and like get some water or something. He's a psychopath, he's a sociopath, he's a villain, he's a monster, he's a dick, he's a prick. I can go all day on that guy.
Well, yeah, he doesn't believe in anything. Like, if you go back to like one of his earliest videos on the internet, he was like a dude bro, which is the complete opposite of what he is now. He doesn't care. He just anything that gets him money and fame.
Yeah.
If killing that dog got him attention, he would bash its brains in.
Oh God, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's completely disattached. Just life, the life he lives. He just chat is like this weird, like his association with chat compared to how he deals with people probably in real life. Like you mentioned, there was the thing of him shaking hands with a trans person. He's probably super awkward. I bet there's probably so many examples of that. Him just being completely out of touch. And it's the streamer life, man. And there's the balance that people like us have where we're not on it 24/7, but your fucking whole life is stream and just like trying to clout chase every chance you get. I don't know. Turns you into a monster pretty much.
His fans are the weirdest people because he could literally murder that dog and they just go, whatever, bro.
Yeah,
They deny it. They deny it and then support it and go, why do you care? He butchers a dog.
All the great socialist regimes kill and murder and eat dogs. This is just the natural end state. With the withering away of the state, you can eat canines. It's great.
And the fences is usually like, oh, why do you guys care? There's bigger issues like the war,
Oh my
in
God.
Palestine and
That's
whatnot.
such a
Like,
fucked up
what?
thing.
How is that fucking relevant right now? Like, let's talk about. It's just distraction. Let's not think about this, guys. Let's move on from the fact that he shocked his dog because it might
like
my standard.
there's no hypocrisy going off in these minds. Like on one hand, people in Palestine are suffering. Shut up, Kayla, and he's zapping it.
It's crazy, man.
How can you preach like for peace and like pain and stuff, and then do that to an animal?
I really, 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 really hope that he just gets exposed. I hope this specifically.
No, he won't.
Brings him down. I know he won't, but I could pray, right? And to answer this super chat early, Platoon, Attack on Titan, fucking Cynic, Game of Thrones, get on it. Has to be done.
You said Cynic. You did say you'd watched the first 2 episodes.
I did.
Liar!
I did say that, but I did not do that.
That's why I said liar.
I got a Discord for nothing except
nothing.
talking to
I know,
people.
now you have to be social and talk with us outside of BSUP.
I tried to hold his hand and get him to watch Hard Home, but I'm like, oh wait, you don't like zombies? Fuck.
I'll watch it. I said I was going to after I finished reading like X amount of comics, and I've now read like over 100 comics in the past like 2 weeks.
So it's just going to be.
I'll take a break. And no, I need a break from comic books.
Well, I would say, would you agree Hard Home is kind of like a microcosm of the entire series, and it's a good almost. If you don't like Hard Home, don't bother with the fucking series then.
I don't know. I'd still say like starting from the beginning is just the best place to start.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not interested in what it's setting up, then you're not going to be interested in much else that comes next. But I suspect you probably will be because the beginning is kind of engrossing.
That's true. You don't even need that as a hook. The first episode is already fantastic. I'm just trying to like seal the deal. Just
We
get him in
can
there.
continue this conversation over on After Dark.
There's not in you, but lies. Lies in the
Liar.
Shame.
Again, my child says I may not be tuning in very often anymore because I started a new job. Congrats, man.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Thanks for the show. What media has stuck with you since your teen years? For me, it's Dune, Ninja Scroll, DS9, and Final Fantasy VIII. Oh man.
Final Fantasy X. That was awesome. What was Gears of War? That was great.
Oh, nice. Gears of War.
Probably Streets of
Halo.
Rage,
Streets of
Warcraft
Rage.
3. Yeah, Warcraft 3 and Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon so much. I have a Sailor Moon tramp stamp.
Jesus Christ! Wow. I think it's so much, Giggle Lady. This is fucking Diablo 2, Call of Duty Zombies, and Naruto. That's what makes me think of high school.
I go with Gundam, probably. Just spent a lot of time watching all of that stuff.
Zelda for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zelda.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart and Smash Brothers. Actually,
Smash Brothers. Yeah, Smash Brothers. Yeah.
I'd say Pokemon, but goddamn, now that I'm like 5 or 6 hours into the new game, what a piece of shit that game
Is it not good?
Oh,
It is
dang.
not. It is such a. I cannot fucking believe they charged $70 for that game.
Oh no, I'm less sorry that my Switch 2 is busted. I was gonna
No,
be,
you will be.
I was almost
severely
excited.
disappointed. Did you like Legends Arceus?
I played a few hours of it and thought, that's all right, and then didn't finish it.
Okay, well, Arceus is a far better game than this. So if you just disposed of that game, you're going to throw this one out the fucking window if it wasn't digital.
Oh
Did it-
shit!
Did any of you guys play Marvel Alliance or X-Men Legends?
I played a little Alliance.
Mm.
Good shit.
I can't believe those games haven't been remade to some degree. Those
Yeah,
would have
they would be.
they would
great
have- during the peak of the MCU, that would have killed it. A remake of Marvel Alliance, and they fucked up so bad, man.
Oh, they did the Avengers game that was all online and shit.
Yeah,
And
years later,
Yeah.
when the MCU was already
Yeah.
garbage, and they didn't put any effort into it, and it just died.
Yeah, there was no synergy like Marvel Comics. Like you had Iron Man, who everyone for the first time knows who he is, and then you
Yeah.
go to buy an Iron Man comic, it's Ironheart.
Yeah, they fucked up.
Yep.
I remember
Really
Gary talking about that years ago, and now we're seeing the aftermath of it. Like the amount of success the MCU had could have been tripled potentially because once you get them into the lore, they're stuck for life, right? They're not
The
based on
games alone,
yes.
fortunes could be made. Because even Batman, like the Arkham games, they're still popular. And then
I
you got
just
Suicide
bought those.
Squad,
Great games.
I just bought all 3 of them. I'm gonna play them soon.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Then you play Suicide Squad, where he just gets executed by Harley Quinn.
God. Larry says PG-13 means you can show fun bags, but you can't have fun with them.
Really?
You can show cleavage.
Well,
But you can't show,
Titanic was PG-13 and showed titties.
well, that's women, though.
There was a whole sex scene actually as well, and that fell into PG-13. And for the time, that was quite graphic, I would argue.
Tsunami says Jedi and Reaper Attack on Titan stream when? Cynic, thoughts on Cody's unintentional heel turn and what will happen now that Seth is injured? Well, I'll let you guys answer first.
What?
I don't know. It's too much to get. That'd be like a 90-minute stream.
It's really just discussing the last season. It's pretty like you guys like the first 3, I assume, right?
It's not even the last season; it's the second half of the last season.
Yeah. Because like I said, wait, motherfucker! I was the one who was saying that the first half had potential. Now you're with me? I thought you said the whole thing.
No,
was
the
shit.
first half had Gabby. That's why it's awful as well.
Yeah, I hate Gabby in the first half, but the first half is better than the second half because the second half forgets everything the first half did.
And the time skip introduces too many problems. Like you see Eren during the time skip, and the Eren after the time skip doesn't even equal the same person.
Well, no. There's certain elements that they did establish. Like, remember them become the plans for them to make the railroad? Eren suggested that specifically so he can get in shape for the invasion. He was planning it for those 3 years.
But then during that, he says, I wouldn't want any of you to inherit my Titan because I want you all to live long lives. Doesn't quite work out though when the the invasion of Marley begins.
He fucking forced their hand. Well, that doesn't
exactly. Why would he want? This is going to take
that is kind of fucking psychotic. I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
answer the second part of the chat, Cynic, before they keep going.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Basically, it would be us discussing how they fucked the main character and the second half of this finale. So it would be maybe we'll line that up one day because there's plenty to discuss.
And what did I think of Cody's unintentional heel turn? I wanted it to go further. I actually thought that Drew was going to win on Friday. Because they had the ballsy thing with Seth on Monday. So I was like, oh, maybe they're actually going to, make Cody lose the title and we'll have a heel champion. But that didn't come to pass. Now that Seth's injured, CM Punk's probably going to win the belt and then Braun Breaker's going to win it off of him. See how concise I can be?
Boom.
Boom.
Well, you're not arguing about a fucking show you watched for like 10 years. This show took so long to finish for a show that's like we're talking about Stranger Things. How long did Attack on Titan take?
It was over 10 years. I finished 2 degrees in the time that it took.
A decade. It's the only thing that's similar to Game of Thrones in terms of like how long we waited for this payoff.
One thing Rick and Morty did well was Mr. Poopy Butthole between season 2 and 3 go, I got a wife, I got a kids. What were you doing? I hope you weren't just fucking around.
Wasting your life.
Everyone who watched that went, oh God, I've done nothing.
That is how you hook us. Game of Thrones, wrestling. Got it. Joey Bag of Donuts says, Ploots, are you eventually going to watch Attack on Titan or have Reaper and Jedi talk you out of it? Not trying to push, just curious.
No, it's on my list. I just move through my list incredibly slowly.
I think Platoon would actually really, really like Attack on Titan. I think you would like Attack on Titan more than Cynic would like Game of Thrones because you don't really like medieval stuff as much, right?
Who?
Cynic?
Me?
Cynic?
Yeah, I only like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, well, I could see you understanding why people really, really like it, but not feeling the exact same way, or falling in love with it like the rest of us. Who knows? But Platoon, I'd be shocked if you didn't like Attack on Titan. Just the world building, the political elements, the character work, and the magic system. I'd say is pretty grounded throughout the series, and the mystery is probably the strongest part. The mystery and payoffs that they do are actually really, really effective.
Fair enough.
Wild Warlock, final one of the day, says, good day, mates. When are you guys going to write a BSUP theme song? What genre would it be when you finally pull your finger out?
What
do you think, Platoon?
Yeah, what style? You can go for like country hick.
Heavy metal.
Country hick.
Well,
The
we
music
certainly
I
know
like
mine
does
is
not.
like garage rock is what I like to write, like blues garage rock. So, but I can expand beyond that.
I like miserable alt rock. It doesn't really lend itself very well to theme songs.
Miserable old rock.
Alt rock.
Oh, alt rock. But yeah, but those can definitely mix together, especially if it's miserable, because blues
True.
and misery go
This is
together
on
hand
Monday
in
as
hand.
well. Isn't this on a Monday as well? So like you can kind of play into the
Yeah,
It's
Monday
depressing.
blues.
It's just deliberately depressing theme tune.
I think this could work actually. Now that we're talking about it,
You should test your limits and make a K-pop intro song.
Why have an
Oh, that
intro
would
when
be
it could
funny.
just
That would
be
be
fucking Reaper randomly talking about anus? That's how I knew the show started. I heard Reaper say anus from across the room. Like, here we go.
the cold open is such a part of the show now.
Yeah, it might be. That's why I'm like, I think we're past that point.
Yeah, but we can still talk during the song. I'll just be saying other stuff.
Just talk over the damn thing. That's actually an
the
interesting
song-
question, though. Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's say the song will end and I'll be talking about some guy's dick or something.
Interrupted it. Which YouTuber, or at least in our sphere, like who has your favorite like intro? Because there's so many different types.
I like the open bar intro quite a bit.
Open Bar and FNT both have really strong intros.
Yeah.
Gary's Nooner with him with the Superman or the Batman memes in it. Like, I don't know. I think that one flows the best.
Mm.
And the real BBC is actually pretty solid as well. That
Some
that part with
bangers.
that part with Mahler on the drums cracks me up every time.
Well, that does do it for the super chats. We do have After Dark, which is linked in the description. And also, I finally started putting the BSUP archive channel in there. I know we're only like 300 people away from like 10,000 subscribers, and we don't
Yeah.
even talk about it. So that's actually pretty cool. But for those who don't know, this channel, like the show doesn't disappear after if you didn't catch it live. It does get re-uploaded, and it's there forever, and you can go back and watch it whenever. But I'll actually link it in the descriptions from now on. But we'll go around the panel and see what everyone's up to. And thank everyone for being here. Starting with Reaper. Thanks for being here, my friends. Are you releasing another video soon? I know you released 2.
I'll actually finish Alien Earth tomorrow, and then I'll probably move on to Tron. I want to try and be quick because you got all the Witcher coming out and Predator Badlands and stuff. So
When does Witcher season 4 come out? Actually,
30th of October. And then you got Shelby Oaks before it.
dang.
Shelby
Oaks. Hell yeah.
Maybe that might be the one. Like if it's fucking awful, like I might rip it. Like if it is bad, I'm not gonna be.
Oh, I
If
hope
it's I'll be
Dude,
honest.
if
If
it's
it's good or bad.
awful, I get to play my game, so that'd be fun.
I hope we bully him off the internet.
You know what we'll get though? A lot of pushback from Stuckman
Stuckmanites.
fans, which would be,
Yeah, but what
well, at
could-
least he tried. What have you done? All you do
What the
is
fuck are
shit
they
on
gonna
him.
do?
Oh, his fans are boring like him, so they'll go, listen,
Yeah.
his name is Chris Stuckman and he does this. And they'll just give you like encyclopedic stuff.
They're not even effective at roasting people, from what I've seen. They just simp for him.
From what I've seen, goddamn,
Yeah.
that sucks. Vex, what about you? What are you up to?
You know what? I actually did start working on a script last night,
What?
so
We're working.
we'll see if I finish it. We'll see if I finish it though, because I have 8 scripts which I have started and haven't finished. So
Do we get to
But I
know
find-
what the script is for?
I finally watched the best movie of 2025. It's called The Ugly Stepsister. I highly recommend it if you're
Oh.
into indie films, at least. It is body horror though, so that's not for everyone, but I absolutely
yeah.
adore it. It's like
Terrified 3 is a comfy film for you, and
it's like budget The Substance meets grim fairy tale version of Cinderella meets Black Swan, all from the perspective of one of the ugly stepsisters.
Dang.
I thought it was great. It was phenomenal. I highly recommend it. But no, I watched it. I loved it. I'm writing a script on it, so maybe we'll see. You know what? Maybe it'll come out. Who knows what happens? The last time though, I sat down and watched a movie this year and wrote a script in a couple days. You got my 28 years later video. So
Oh, maybe.
there you go.
Well, it would be cool if you actually released something.
I've been busy, man. I'm sorry.
I
It's
know you
coming.
have.
It's coming. But yeah, and I'll be on Gronkin tomorrow at 5 talking gaming news, and then I might be on a important stream on Thursday. I don't know.
Oh, an important stream.
An important
Oh.
stream, yes.
All right.
Foreshadowing.
Mr. Brooks, thanks for being here, man. What about you? Are you releasing anything?
Not this week. I should be working on some scripts soon. But like I said, check out the Alien Earth video. Anyone who hasn't seen it, worked really hard on that one. And I might finally stop my procrastinating and think of some streaming, like podcast ideas. There's so many different things I want to fucking do. But until it's official, I want to just keep it at that. But yeah, definitely different things I want to be able to incorporate.
Nice.
And it would probably be on like a Wednesday, since that seems like the only day that's not completely booked up with podcasts. But we'll see.
Nice.
Even Sinami, he was on, was it last week or the week before?
Week before, I think.
Yeah, he's a big wrestling fan, like all time. Cynic, I like old school wrestling, like the 90s. Cynic is like more new school. So we were talking like maybe we'll discuss some of the controversies over the years, like Benoit, China, like some of the crazy deaths and some of the things that are interesting enough for non-wrestling fans to listen to. So I'll try to figure it out and we can do it up.
I'm a big fan of like all school wrestling, old school, modern. Yeah, I like it all.
Okay.
And Platoon, are you releasing anything anytime soon?
Yeah, the Tron thing should hopefully be out. My guess will be Wednesday would be a realistic date for that. And then after that, there will be some other stuff at some point. I just need to figure out what and when.
Fair enough. I just released a review of the Black Phone 2, which was edited by Vex Electronica. So that is on my second channel, but if you go to my main channel, there's a community post about it. So if you don't know where that second channel is, you can find it that way.
I linked it earlier in the chat while we were talking about Black Phone 2.
Oh,
as well.
thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to get that second channel off the ground. I understand once again what it's like to start a new channel and work your ass off on something and get 3,000 views. It sucks.
Work.
It sucks ass.
Hell yeah.
But
The
you
way
have to
to do
start
it
somewhere.
is,
So
like, my second channel sort of blew up, but that's because I just mentioned that I had it in a main channel video, which that was the Thor Love and Thunder one.
that's what I need to do. Yeah.
Fucking hell, why did I think
it
of that?
got like 20,000 subscribers and I hadn't put a single video out. It was great. I didn't
Wow.
have
Yeah, I
to
need
do
to
any
do
work
that.
at all.
That's a really good call. I probably ought to do that in my upcoming video. It's coming out, I think, Friday.
Yeah, you might have to work 3 days a week.
No, I know, so
Well,
hard.
if I'm doing
3 days a
the
month.
second channel,
Sorry.
if I'm doing the second channel, I'll actually do like I want to see everything. So stuff that isn't cynical for the main channel will all go on the second channel. So I plan on going to the movies every Thursday, seeing whatever's new and reviewing it, whether it's main channel or second channel. That's the plan.
Shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I figured it's probably good to, if it's my job to see movies, see fucking everything and just talk about everything. That's the goal.
No,
here.
you've got to stay with the horrible mainstream stuff, like the rest of us. The fucking pile of misery we're all.
That's what you need sometimes. Like I watched Alien Earth. I sat through every episode. Like, what the fuck are we doing with this show? And then I got to 7. And I'm like, all right, that's it. It's time to start writing. Like, it's just that was the one that broke me. You need that moment, that epiphany. And like, I can't just like get that same enthusiasm just for any topic, right? It's part of the reason I release so rarely.
Yeah, everything's a big commitment. Maybe I'm overshooting here, but more than what I do now. We'll say.
Which is nothing.
Fuck you.
fucking work he puts in. The results he gets out. Fucking. I've actually had to do some work this week as well to get a video out, and it's nothing to you.
Oh well.
Give it time. Give it time.
Indeed.
Mr. Didn't you take like fucking 6 months off?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't get any money. There's a cost to this laziness. He gets money for nothing.
What?
No,
Don't say it that
not
way.
nothing. You do work
That's I'll take
a little bit.
lashing. I'll
You,
take the lashing.
it's you and your fucking swearing. Go get your shit monetized.
Get your
That's
shit
what I got
together.
to say.
Well, I realized I can get through all the copyright just by flipping it and rotating 1 degree. And apparently, my last Alien Air video where I said "cunt, fuck everything" didn't get demonetized.
There you go. There's your solution.
Just flipping it and rotating it 1 degree. Apparently, that absolves the words as well.
I straight up called the queen. I said the queen is being a cunt, and I really emphasized that word in my Snow White review, and it has 1 million views and is not demonetized.
Nice.
Oh, God.
I don't know how I got away with it, but I did.
Because you're
And
perfect.
with that, we will see you guys over on After Dark. The link is in the description. I don't know if Platoon actually is going to send us over there afterwards.
I
but-
did before we started because we were
shit.
late. and we had to catch up
Wow.
on it,
Okay,
so
we'll
I set
be
it up
right
at the beginning.
Amazing. Well, we will see you guys over on After Dark. Take us out of here, Platoon.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace.
Fuck you.